So picking up where we left off last week, as you all might recall, you crawled through spider webs and made yourself into a nice relaxed area. Yeah, one of my shortest recaps ever. There you go. You were having some fun time. Of course, Bellamy ran over to Hopscotch, and Lulu followed, which led to an entertaining moment of her flapping her wings to skip over the one with the stone. Bellamy might have pointed out to Lulu that she was cheating, in which case Lulu would have redone without any trouble. Though she would have, cartwheeled it. Since she has 4 feet, it's a little bit easier for her to do it. Though, there's also, as well, the tic-tac-toe scratched deep into the ice over here where Not Nimbar stands. A few beds had been set up here along with canopy coverage. What appears to be a zen garden with rocks in it that radiate off a certain degree of heat. For Nimbar's sake, because I am certain he'd be the first one saying magic vision. Some generic enhancements empower that, transmutation and evocation, things like that. It is a true fire effect at a glance. However, you can also be quite certain each one is in fact a magical object that who's showing off boxes of magic organs? God. Oh, sorry. I thought those were the new set. Oh, you got me for a second, Dean. You got me for a sec. I thought you got the new ones early or something.
No, I thought these were really old. It was more just for our resident expert to age them.
Beyond that, though, I gotta post that picture into here because that giant D20 in the background is just pretty. But I digress. What I can confirm... Oh, I meant to click the X button. Sorry, everyone. What I can confirm is those 3 rocks are, in fact, magical items. Even though it would require a Flummonoxus just to lift the middle one, given the size of them. Those are, in fact, magical items that are providing a radiant heat effect in this room. Enough to raise the temperature, but not nearly enough to make it hospitable. You won't have to roll con saves in here without a fire, but it's not warm. Mind you, when it's July 8, 2015, good job, John. He just dated those magic origin boxes. He's like, no problem, man, I'm a professional. They are magical items, the rocks. They give off heat. That's all I got for you. And poor Alec had to go through the spider webs. Clearly, I was
listening to spiders.
Not scared of spiders. Just don't like them. Don't trust them. I feel slightly off because they were nice spiders, but that just makes me even more suspicious.
Where are they hiding?
You realize you have one on your head, right?
Alex starts shrieking out.
Oh. Don't mind me, I accidentally reset Lulu's HP to a roll instead of average. So y'all gotta make some plans. What you doing? You got yourselves a nice, comfy, relaxing, quiet area.
What are these? Are these like the beds? Or
old and worn and fairly frozen, like most everything in here. Canopies covered what looked like comfortable beds. The sort of things you'd lounge on in comfort, not necessarily sleep. Though, in a pinch, they'd certainly do.
By the way, this is above the ice, or is this also in the ice? Because the last set of stairs went up 10 feet, so it was 5 feet out of the ice.
Oh yeah, it is. There's a soft layer of frost on top of the ground. I think I said these are scratched into the ice. That was incorrect. I meant scratched into the stone. It's just, hard to differentiate. But this area where it has a rise, you are correct, is in fact above the ice, making it comfortable and easy to walk on.
Kind of what I thought.
The walls are still quite frozen, and it is still below freezing temperatures, probably -5 to 15 degrees in here. But for powerful adventurers with resistance to cold damage or outright immunity in Alex's case, you won't have to roll con saves, and you don't need to have a fire going at the moment.
Okay. I'm just doing a little scouting with Not Nimbar.
Oh yeah. As always, you can move him along. I usually recommend that tokens might want to click on Not Nimbar to follow him along as he goes.
A book over here on the desk.
There is, in fact, a book on top of the desk. However, it appears water has dripped on top of all of it, or something of that sort anyway. It is quite steadily frozen. But as you peer, the water on top of this book is completely solid and completely see-through. The book below almost seems undamaged. And no, even though I said Nimbar used magic to see what the rocks were all about, magic vision is not presently active. That's what we call a gimme. And I'm doing a mulligan now to take that back, sort of. Because obviously, if I do something like that, I assume the players are going to interact with it. So I'm turning off magic vision so I don't accidentally put my foot in my mouth. That's the true honesty here, I'm not gonna
Hey.
lie.
Isaac, can you tap your staff?
I'll just give a quick tap with my my staff and activate detect magic. See what we can see.
Bellamy found us a book.
Yep. Well,
Yeah. Is the ice clear enough that I can see what it says underneath?
The book is open, set to specific pages, very hard to read, but it does have legible text. As for the magic of the area, you don't see any.
besides what you had already described earlier.
Oh, for this area here, I mean specifically, there's no...
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I'll say as much. No, nothing magic there.
Still,
Are
check out the
those-
rest of the room, see if there's anything.
Yeah. Careful. I'll do a careful sweep around.
Are those rocks? Do they have the carvings that we see, or is that just the?
Essentially, yeah, they are runed and carved. This is a really nice one big piece of thing that was grabbed as part of Dungeon Build. I'm not gonna lie, like I can move this a little bit, you see, but it was the perfect fit. They do have runes and designs carved into their faces, though nothing that actually speaks of language or words. Just, pretty designs. Actually, the easiest thing I could say, imagine a Celtic knot unwoven but wrapped into a thread instead wrapping around. It looks like it says something, it looks like cool stuff, but as you lean forward and rub your chin, you can have the moment of, stupid other druids being all cool with how they make things look.
Not as cool as my not work.
What?
Okay, cool.
They can't not.
No, they cannot.
This guy.
What do the
Alec will put a hand on his chest and be like,
what do the pages say on the book?
Well, that's the thing. From your present point of view, you'd have to give me a perception check.
Okay.
Re-add this one specifically in a different format for the background noise to see if it'll hold now on repeat. If I can open that in its own window. I can. It used to not work for pop-out, so I'll see how that works. As you peer upon the book, you squint your eyes hard as you try to see through the cold, darkened ice. Oh, actually, pop-out didn't work. Look at that. As you do, you notice that this seems to be a generic ledger of accounts. With your natural keen instincts, You're able to peer through, and you know at the top of these sort of things you'd see the most important titles. The bottoms would have totals. Appears to be a generic ledger for purchases, mentioning nothing too major, the sort of things you'd find typical to a castle and its garden. There's some tools, hiring of peoples. It's hard to read names, it's hard to read specifics. However, one thing that does stand out is the title at the top of the book for the company that would have been purchasing. An heir of name of Castle Blackrock.
Oh. I'll share that with everyone and see if anyone recognizes that name.
Is that... Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a name I would be able to recall?
Nope, you wouldn't.
Okay. Not even with history, I suppose?
Nope.
Okay.
Same with me, or?
Oh, yeah, same for you.
Okay.
None of you, even with like a 50 on a history check, would know of it. Except one party member who should have.
Guys, have we heard any bells?
I don't think
Have we
so.
heard any bells?
When I hear the bells of Blackrock, I'll need to destroy the world beneath my feet to save anyone. Castle Blackrock.
We have not heard any yet.
Yeah.
Should we try and like chisel the book out and take it with us?
The Lulu would waddle over towards Bellamy and nod. Well, I can ice for a while, melt it down a little bit.
Yeah?
She hops up,
Okay.
almost looks like a cat for a second as she trounces around on all four of her very large flat feet, before she flops down and nods. Yeah, alright, you let me know if you need me to move. I'm asleep. And her head just drops. You hear something muttering about, oh my god, there's so much armor to carry. I'm gonna go actually with an 8-bit theater reference here. Flux has so much weapons, gear, and armor walking on her. She's not really armored. She's a walking armoire.
Uh-huh.
It's the greatest compliment I could give her. The poor fighter in 8-bit theater, Jillian, in case no one knew, he went to some lady, he's like, I want the invincible armor, and she goes, okay, here you go, and she gives him an armoire, and it's invincible, and he's carrying it on his back for, like, ever after that. It's just an in joke.
Okay. So I don't know the reference.
Oh yeah, it's a really lame in joke. I won't lie any. But the armoire was completely indestructible, and that's pretty much where Flux has gotten to.
I have not heard the name, by the way, 8-bit theater in so long now. Like, that's such a, like...
All I can picture right now is, I want to cast a spell.
I can't magic missile. But the reason I love it, and the reason I thought of it, was they're coming out with a book, or they came out with a book, but it has none of the pictures, just the script. They're like, it's the only way we can actually sell it.
That's fair. They are using copyrighted assets to make that, so...
So copyrighted.
Yeah.
So it will take Lulu about 2 hours to melt the book with her bum.
I'm going to look at Dean and ask him if he has produced flamestone.
Oh no, I mean I got rid of that was one of the first cantrips I got rid of. We're in hell. It's like
Okay. No, understandable.
Lulu would even speak up from the distance. That's a very good idea. Very pragmatic.
Flux will just light a torch.
I mean you can't argue with that.
That's just great. Like
logic.
I'm sitting here like looking for a magic solution.
Yeah, that's...
I love it.
So that is truly the that is truly like the like when you're so like up into magic that like you forget that like people had fire before magic existed. It's not
So,
a thing.
I love fighters. I want to play a fighter, just that practical, just.
Oh yeah, Jillian, that's a point of inspiration.
That's funny. that is truly funny. Thank you.
Whole team is like, let's figure this one out. We'll calculate and blah blah. Jillian just walks over. I put out a torch. That's a point of inspiration for the simple solution. With a torch burning, warming the ice and Lulu together, it'll take about 15 minutes for it to clear. I'm just gonna skip 15 minutes.
Brilliant.
Because it's probably a good 5 minutes of all the spellcasters laughing at each other and pointing out like how simple of a thing. We have to remember the basics, that it's not fix everything with magic, to which not Nimbar is like, really? What's my job? But as...
Could I
oh yeah?
just ask during that 15 minutes, can I like look around like the beds and that picnic table, see if anyone's carved any names or such, or any markings?
By all means, you can go ahead, as your character does indeed see what appears to be writing, but can it be made out? Let's see how lucky you are. Give me a perception check. Alex like, yes! That's my bag! Oh.
Don't pat yourself on the back.
I mean, I guess DM's discretion. Could I have guided myself for this?
Well... Sorry,
Okay.
coffee went down wrong. 1 sec.
Don't
Oh,
die.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be an unfortunate
Sorry.
start to a Sunday.
I was taking a sip and I
Yeah.
got a flashback to Jade saying "pet me" and I chuckled and then I choked on coffee.
So it's my fault.
Sneak attack.
Thanks.
It's always sneak attack.
I don't think there's a rule against guiding yourself, is there? Like there hasn't been.
We've done it many times before. It's more
yeah.
of a
What,
question of...
it's more.
any
It's
kind
more.
of-
I always just like to double check.
The
before.
situation.
You got the
Yes.
chance, yeah.
Yes, I get you. Sorry, I was thinking in the wrong direction on that one. By all means, you're in no rush. You're literally sitting at the table going, huh. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, look, I can see carvings. The names are mostly worn out. Oh, is that a heart? Oh, there's names in there. Who is... So with your perception roll, and you can guide yourself by all means.
Okay.
Only one of the names appear to remain legible. Oh shoot, I thought you rolled a 24. This is a 25 result. I look up and it's a 23. It's like, oh god, 25. Okay, good, you still passed. Whew. Not giving away what the DC was or anything. Jeez, I shouldn't have choked on that
No.
coffee. My vision blurry. Only one name is legible. And it's an interesting one. As it throws up. And I wrote it in the chat. And you can give me a history check for Alec on that one.
Okie dokie.
If you need help with that, remember that Isaac is a huge fucking nerd.
Well, no doubt when he doesn't pass this check, he'll be like, does anyone know this name?
Can I roll a history check now?
You can. There was a... Wait, why am I getting that plane?
Oh, is it going on to the wrong?
Oh yeah, it just switched around. 1 sec.
Gillian, is Fergus asleep? I've heard a distinct
Let's see if
lack
that
of
fixes that.
squeaks and footpads.
Yeah, he's
Nice.
passed out underneath the window where he was earlier.
Nice.
Alright, let's see if that fixes that. Thing nice giving me a heart attack. That was an old song back when you all got some money in game. showered you with gold, and then jumped you with it was a good time. That kind of totally broke my concentration because it was bam 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 in my ears. Ooh. Oh right, history checks. By all means, you can certainly make one. Let me just give you a second. I have to take a look at your character. Yep, you can make a history check by all means.
Yeah.
And Nimbar?
You can, but it's going to be a lot harder for you.
How do you want me to handle history with my simulacrum? Like
Only
knowledge
one of
skills?
you can make this check in this scenario. I'm very flexy with those simulacrums, but on this one, where you're delving into your brain's knowledge, having another you there looking at you saying, hey, you remember, don't you? No, do you? No, do you? No, do you?
Yep, that's fair. This is why I wanted to consult.
With a 26 on your history check on that one, what you are able to confirm, because Alex looking on like, oh, that's an interesting name. You give your jaw a rub and you're like, yeah, the construction of it. It's an elven name. Which is why Nimbar would have had a considerably harder time with that check, or anyone who's not half elven or elven. Elf, easiest. Half elf, a little easier. Everybody else, boned.
Isn't Isaac just a regular human?
Elf.
Sorry?
Yeah, Isaac's a half elf. That's been a thing this whole time. Yeah.
Yep. I was pretty much going to cycle through everyone's character sheets and make sure for any of the humanoids, because I'm pretty sure we've only got the 2. Which is why, where it's a racial thing at that point. It's, I recognize that sort of name's construction. That's an elven name.
Yeah.
Ellis, Vera, Ellis.
But that's all I can. I guess that's all I can get from that. Is it is an elven name?
Yeah, that's it. You do not recognize it. You've never quite heard it before. You've seen similar family surname structure and different design, Gorafira, and Elisforasneris and other ones, but never Elisfira, as said by Alec.
Can't even discern anything culturally from it, like what kind of elf.
Given that it's singular name list only, however, it's in a heart where it's Elisfira and then something else and then someone else, but it's completely destroyed. You couldn't restore it. Time has worn it to what it is now, to its true form.
Yeah.
So, looking upon it, you can just see that one name. And generally, high elves will list their whole damn name in every situation, all 17 versions of it. So you can probably rule out any nobility of elf, but even then, no guarantees, because as your character ponders, well, what sort of elf? Even with the age of how old elves get, this place could be millennia old already.
He's older than Nimbar.
Yep.
I was gonna say, like, given how long-lived elves are, it's like old for them is pretty hard to conceptualize for other races.
Lulu shakes her head a bit. Well, not for me. I like to hang out with the elves sometime. It's very nice. A few of my friends live with them. It's nice to have ones who almost age as good as I do, but no one looks this good. Oh. Around that point, Lulu's standing up. You're hearing cracks in her legs. She's like, oh, a little chilly. Wraps her trunk around the torch and jumps off with it. I'm gonna keep this. It's warm. But she has thawed the book out, but it is severely waterlogged, damaged, and in incredibly bad shape. I love that in-game clock. It saves my butt so much. I'm sorry, I totally just cut you off, Gordon.
Oh, that's okay. I will. I'm just seeing if I have anything. No, that wouldn't work. I guess I'll just take the book and hold on to it, wait for it to dry, see if I can read it later. Oh!
Okay.
I'll cast Identify.
The book is non-magical. It's a generic item. There wouldn't be much to identify on it in that regard. I'm going to double check identify because I put my foot in my mouth last week because I've only had players use it for that magical stuff. Let me double check here. Spells affecting the item. There's magic item or some other magical properties and how to.
Actually, it is non-living, so theoretically, I can use this to warm it, which will help dry it a little bit quicker. Correct?
I'm actually surprised you didn't point out the clean or soil an object part. You're like, if I completely clean it, it's dry as a bone and should be. You know what I mean? Prestidigitation is an interesting one, but there's also like mending and all that other stuff. I will say, however, Bellamy, give me, as you're using Identify, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
She's got half-seas and everything. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Bird.
Yep.
You can tell something's off about it, but you're not sure what. But you don't detect any magic. But something doesn't feel right.
I will express that to Nimbar, who's next to me.
Nimbar will take it up. We'll check it out.
You will need to cast Identify as well.
All right, we will ritual cast Identify.
Was that how long does that take?
11 minutes. Can both Nimbars do it at the same time?
Both of them cast Identify at the same time? Yes.
Yeah, on the same object.
I don't see why there's any rule why not. Both of you have to be touching the object. There's enough room for both of you to be touching the object. So, yeah, by all means, you can give that a shot. I am going to let the clock roll for now. You started at exactly 2 p.m.
Okay.
Just in case anyone else has anything they want to do. Otherwise, I'll skip time forward to 2:11 afterward. Flux looks like she might just be sitting by the rocks. Like, this is warm. I like this.
Is the sand hot, or is it just the rocks?
Just the rocks. By virtue of an endothermic, exothermic, whatever the hell reaction, the sand itself is warming up as well, but it's an ambient warmth. It's still pretty cold. Moving the sand is quite difficult because of how solidly packed it is and how frozen most of it is.
What's that? Is the book made of anything in particular? Is it paper? Is it vellum? Is it something?
Sorry, is what made of anything
sinister?
particularly?
The book.
Oh, the book is made out of standard paper. It doesn't appear to be made out of anything particular. Even the binding for it, though it seems fancy, it doesn't seem special.
The table that it was on, is it like just a regular table? It looks kind of fancy.
Very
The
fancy.
image.
No magic, but very fancy table. You can almost hear someone singing in the background, "If I were a rich man." Someone made all their dreams come true.
Can I give the table a once over, see if there's any?
Yeah, you can
Any
roll a
odd
perception
spots?
check as you search through it, or an investigation check, whichever you want. You know, hands-on versus hands-off. I let either go when it's doing searches.
I'll stick to what I'm decent at. 17. I guess I could game myself.
Just one sec. Discord's being wonky. Alright, I'm good. Whenever, if you see me pop off and on quickly, just, you know what's happening. Discord's being weird.
Yeah.
With a 19 on your perception, as you peek through, because the other two Nimbars are looking on top of the book, they're checking it out like, what's this? I don't know, what do you think? Is this something cool? It might be something good. You start opening drawers and shifting around. Mostly you find dust, destroyed documents, worn out by age and etc. The bottom left drawer, however, as you go to give it a pull, you find quite locked.
Right.
Are the rocks
Okay.
big enough?
Guys. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. You can go.
Just to say, guys, they've got a locked drawer here.
Well, lacking Jade, I can open it, but everything within 300 feet of us will hear it.
But why don't we just use our other unlocking door, i.e., Flux can just rip it out?
True, there is that.
We found a key, did we not?
Oh,
We did.
We did, yes.
Does it fit?
Nimbar will, like, pull out the key. Can he pull out the key as he's doing the identify?
He's got a hand on the book. You see, you all look as you're all talking. We got a key. Is there a key? I got a key around here somewhere. Every time you see a little twitch from Nimbar, he's like, by the third moon over the second sun is the rising of the rising of the delta wave as it hits the secondary energy. We find in it. Yes, it's in my pocket, Alec. Here, we find the energy.
Alec does an overly awkward getting something out of somebody else's pocket move.
Yep. Can't disrupt that ritual. You're already 4 minutes into it at this point. That's almost half done. But you do. You grab the little key out of his little pocket, because he's tiny. More key than him.
No, he's only small at this point.
I'm joking. Just having me my fun. But you've got the key. Do you try it in the lock?
I will. I've seen Jade look for traps before. I don't really know what I'm doing myself, but I'll give it a good old Jade try.
So you
which
go
I believe
ahead.
is an investigation.
It's investigation, perception, or sleight of hand if you're a thief in my world. But I lean on the dexterity side of things. But you can try investigation.
Can I investigate it for traps?
The one person can, because you might trigger it on a fail.
Well, I'm kind of asking, like, if you know what I mean. Like,
If you're better at it than me, then by all means, I'll step to the side and give you guidance.
I've got a plus 11 to my investigation, so I would. What is it? I'll give it a shot then with guidance. Roll. Not a great roll, but
There is no...
15.
I'm sorry, I need a half second. 1 second.
Yep, no problem.
One Mississippi. More than half second. Kidding.
Now, a bolt of divine fury strikes Nimbar down where he sits.
Oh, you're making a wish? Yeah, it doesn't happen. What? Why not? Because the source of the wishes, the DM, doesn't like you.
I heard a really interesting concept for a cleric in a podcast recently. It was like you play a cleric who's monotheistic, like worships a bit of all the gods, but ultimately just believes in fate. And eventually, like the revelation they have as a player as a character is that they realise they're in a game.
I see these lightning bolts here.
I've heard the warlock, the warlock whose pact is with the DM.
Yeah.
And so you're just trying to find the right effect to blast me with right now, like that's.
No. He's attacking me for
Okay. For the comment, I was seeing like the lightning bolt.
I was curious because they added a whole bunch that I got now. Is that something everybody has access to? Can you see a little magic wand on the far left bottom of your options?
Bottom? No.
Didn't figure. Because that's one of my more powerful ones because it lets me do a whole bunch of fun things like, jets of fire, shoot them at people, bam. Take out the whole party at once. Woof. But little things like that I can play around with. They made a lot more, which makes life easier.
Is this the locked door?
No, I put that there because I was going to do a sound effect as you tried the key. And it's easiest to do that because I can... Right? It was going to be a really cool moment, but actually, I'm still saving that for now because it hasn't happened yet. With the investigation of 15, you're looking at it and you're checking it over and you're peeking through and you're like, doesn't seem to have any trouble. I can try unlock it.
I don't see anything that indicates a trap. I mean, I'm not Jade, obviously, so...
I'll go pass you key. Okay.
Alright, I'll unlock it then. I'll try to with the key, rather.
No problem. See, that time I got the door sound effect.
So it unlocked?
Yep.
Alright, there we go. I'll open the drawer slowly.
Alrighty. As it
It's
pops
spiders
open.
attack.
As it pops open, go ahead and let me take a look. I'll just do this one myself.
Ooh, small treasure.
That's not going to do the math correctly, so I'll just do it this way. So you find 35,000 gold tucked away in there, and then 27,000 platinum filling the bottom of that entire drawer as you slide it open.
Money?
How big is that drawer?
It's the bottom of a filing cabinet. I mean, you see how big the table is, right? There was a reason
Yeah.
I made this like 3 creatures big. You take this corner over here, and at the bottom of it being a filing cabinet about a foot deep, and fill it with coins. You're going to be close to that volume.
Well,
You ever
money.
cash in your pennies? It's kind of the same thing, except, well, I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and lean into the Scottish one for this one. A world judges a man by the size of his sporran, and this would fill it. Be tingling.
Is there a bag we want to toss this into, or should I toss it into my bag? What do we want to do? Like, kind of saying to everybody else, like...
Who's got chompies?
Alex carrying Chompy in Jade's absence.
Gives a little bit of a grumble, like...
Alright. I'll, like, kind of, like, gesture, like, kind of like a go-ahead, kind of, like...
Okay. Alright, I'll start scooping with Chompy.
Yeah.
So when you pick Chompy up and hold him over, the bag writhes in your hand for a moment before the mouth starts to move and you hear, "Unhand me, foul knave! How dare you!"
What? What? You don't speak?
This Chompy's mouth slowly twists into a big, wicked smile, and then you hear, "Oh, that was good, thanks little buddy, I like that one." Chompy's mouth no longer moving, and you realize, as the rest of you might, that it's telepathy. And you recognize the voice a few seconds later as the Sword of Kaz.
Yeah, okay.
He's in there, isn't he?
Fair enough.
I know he's in the bag of
you
holding.
got me.
Oh, he's in the bag of holding, okay.
He's in my bag of holding.
I was about to say, he's in Jillian's bag of holding, though.
I imagine the rules are very,
Yeah.
very funky when it comes to artifacts that are designed to kill gods.
Yeah.
Chompy, however, has no trouble helping you load him up with gold coins and happily eats away. It seems as though he had played a little part in having a joke, because you just see the big grin on Chompy's face as he lays into the metal.
Good one, Chompy. I chat myself.
I'm sure by now Bellamy's seen Chompy in action, right?
I think so.
It's like a bag of holding mixed with a mimic of some form turned into this weird monster that the players found way long ago. It bit one of them because it was hungry. They were going to blast it off of the ground, but somebody else was like, wait, and gave it a piece of chicken, and it became their best friend. They're like, what's special about this one? I'm like, well, if you throw a soldier in armor in there, you're just going to get armor out. Don't give it any liquor.
Didn't they give it liquor before I joined?
Oh, yeah, I didn't tell them not to give it liquor. That's a rule you discovered.
Nice.
It will drink and eat anything put inside of itself that's organic, so it's not a good organic storage. But I think it went through half a bottle of mead, and it was like 3/4 of the way drunk, almost dead, and they pulled the bottle back out like, hey, this is good stuff.
I thought it was like a cask or something that Jade had found.
Oh god, yeah, it was
Did you
something
put in-
crazy. I think you're right. Oh yes, and it was underground too. In a basement? Someone's house?
I think, was it not when we were still in Mad Mage, or am I remembering wrong?
Oh, no, I think you got it. I'm just... Holy God, it's been that long.
Been a hot minute.
When my memory's starting to falter, it's like, I remember they put liquor in him. And Jillian's got spot on. She goes, I got this one. And it's like, yeah, definitely better memory than I do right now. Oh, God. Oh, 10 points.
Yeah.
10 points for that one.
Yeah.
Can't give you another
Yeah,
point
that
of
was before I
inspiration. Yeah, that was really early on there. You jumped in right at the other start with your other character, and then I kind of killed them because wowza. But I digress.
Yeah, he was trying to be virtuous.
Yep. I'm
And
like,
I need to stop making virtuous characters. I need to make a selfish character.
Nimbar's pretty selfish. He's like, I like the magic and I like the knowledge. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he hasn't tried to sacrifice himself a few times now.
If I could get this thing to play correctly, I'd be happy, but it's never going to. Alright, let's try that and see if that works. I don't know why Loop isn't working with these files. So, I will say then, as the book is identified as you finish off, I'm going to need an Arcana check from either of you. I say either of you because there's 2 Nimbars. I'll be 1 sec here. Discord real cranky.
I think actually, like with regards to the Discord stuff, I'm noticing that Courtney's constantly lighting up, and when I drag her volume down to 0, I stop getting the static.
Oh, I was taking that into account. It's just like with Courtney, if there's any static that comes through on hers, or when you're typing on your keyboard, or when things like that come up, I'm keeping an ear out for those things. But Discord's also staticking out, man. It did this a lot last week. I might try changing our Discord's server to one of the different ones.
Yeah.
I can also try disconnecting and reconnecting.
Oh, no worries. There's nothing wrong on your side there too much. You're getting the natural background noise. You can't help that.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. What happens with Discord is nothing's lit up, and I'm hearing as if it's like a radio. It's the oddest thing. So I just disconnect and reconnect, and it fixes it. It might be my connection to Discord, but I got everything pretty hardwired. But I'm getting off topic pretty quick here. Courtney, for Bellamy, as you see the Nimbars pull their rolls and their checks. That's one Nimbar, isn't there? A second one coming with stuff?
Okay, so you had said 1, so I wasn't sure.
I said both of yous. The 2 of yous, because there was 2 of you. I even made a joke about it.
Okay, my apologies. But
You are not certain. You gained the faintest hint of magic that had affected this a long time ago, but you're not sure what it is.
Hang on. Oh, no, wait, it's too late.
Oh.
Yeah, he had 11 minutes of casting that spell for your character to say, I could guide him. So.
Well, no, it wasn't guidance. I just remembered I've got this thing. I'm not used to having stuff I can do on a reaction. That, like, as a reaction.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if this would apply though. I'm gonna try and display it in the VTT. It's called Cosmical Omen, but basically I can, when someone does a thing, if that was an ability check, I can have them add a D6 to it, but I don't know if it would. I mean, 29 is pretty good. I don't know if it would help. So I could try that if you want, like, boost your score, but you've already given the result, so...
Oh, and sorry, I was supposed to message you. I did do a roll for that map for you. I was going to, but I found a really nice looking one that might work better for a character who's been going through all the different changes.
Right. Okay, well that's cool. I'm happy to wait for it.
I rolled it. It was straightforward because they only gave me a few options, but I saw one that was perfect. So I send you a message so you have it.
fancy.
Yeah. Because I gave a good read up on it and I thought it was pretty cool. Now for the 6th level feature, though, I didn't read that far. I only look at the very basics so I understand how they work. Love that guiding bolt, though, damn it. Let's see here. Roll you gain extra special reaction based on whether you rolled an even or an odd number on the die. Wheel even when you create a creature. So, did you do your roll for your even or odd?
I did. If you scroll up a little bit, I rolled a 6 and I put in the chat window because I forgot to roll it after the long rest we had before the spider tunnel.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember him saying, I forgot to do this. And
I remember that. Yep. The other nice thing with our new dice, there's actually a D2, so you flip a coin. That'll come in handy for that. Pardon me. Because, wheel. You got wheel. And with that, you can roll a D6 and add it to them because it is a reaction.
Okay, let's see if this
You can use
helps.
this reaction a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. 35 on that check there, Nimbar.
Yeah. That's a 35.
Tanagra. Spider-Man, when he pointed at Spider-Man. Yeah, it's pretty much that. We've become a meme culture. I love it. How am I supposed to understand you when you speak like that and he's just memes?
So you know what's bad? I've caught myself thinking in memes.
Oh, it doesn't take much.
Oh, often.
If the concept can be communicated in an instantaneous moment, that's a lot easier. So with a 6, making that a 35 on Nimbar's check. Well, you can tell by checking this one out. This book, where it was frozen in ice, appears to have been done immediately upon it, the table, the stone beneath your feet, the very vined walls around you, and every piece of everything that you can see reeks of the smallest hint of conjuration magic. Sorry, School of Abjuration, not Conjuration. Too many durations on that.
Yeah.
Interesting. I will, of course, let the others know of my find.
Interesting.
So,
Did
my
I put my foot in my mouth on that magical school?
Oh yeah, I mean,
No, I was right. It was Conjuration, not Abjuration.
yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, summoning stuff.
Yep, I got a message that something said no when I was reading, and I was like, that's not right though. My notes say it's Conjuration, so I double checked, and I'm right. I always keep a little list up. There's a really nice one that I go to all the time. I'm actually going to post it up here. They give a really good breakdown of the schools of magic. I'll pop it in the Discord too, underneath
Like,
Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man.
Yeah, like abjuration is largely like protective magic, right? Like it's things like creating shields, dispelling magic,
You would think that.
resisting energy, like stuff like that.
Banishment makes things disappear though, and it's right out of Abjuration. So I mean, it's the magic's a little wonky, which is why I had to do a deep double check. But Conjuration, the whole area reeks of it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. They also have a kind of a thing too, where like they aren't always great at like sticking stuff. Like, for example, Cure used to be necromancy, which made more sense, but it's Conjuration, I believe, in newer editions, like in like 5e. Just because like necromancy has a scary bad name, and therefore they don't want to confuse people. So it's
Really,
like, but it makes
healing
sense.
magic should be under necromancy anyway.
It is, yeah. I think in Pathfinder it still is too.
Just the
Like,
weird
because
way
it just
things
makes
go.
sense. It's life magic. Like, Pathfinder is a really cool like wheel to describe like how all of the schools flow into all the tradition, the 4 traditions, and like the different schools. And necromancy, like life magic, I believe, like necromancy is like solely in the domain of life magic. So the tradition of life magic.
But how do you, but how do you then explain, like in Final Fantasy, when you throw a phoenix down at an undead boss to instantly kill it? That's one of my favorite bosses.
It's still necromancy. Yeah, that's really funny, but I've done that. But what is it? It's still necromancy. Necromancy is basically like magic controlling the properties of life itself, right? So
Normally, Dean, I would engage that in a form of rhetorical conversation.
Sorry.
But we're talking Final Fantasy VI here, right? I can suplex a train in Final Fantasy VI, so everything in that game is awesome and amazing, and just gets the free pass.
Yeah.
I was thinking 9 because it's a boss you can do that to in 9 as well.
Oh,
I think
back
you
references,
can do
love them.
On 8, on the thing in the train.
Oh god.
I just love Final Fantasy because usually they have a train at some point, and I like trains. I miss having been able to go on trains here.
Yeah, we have them. They're just
Not very practical.
We have one that leaves every month and goes 2 hours up the road, but it takes 6 days.
Nice view. Cows would race you there, and they'd just be walking and eating. Oh. Well then, with your discovery, Nimbar, thanks to that big massive 35, because wouldn't you have been pissed with a 30 and I'd say no?
Yes.
And actually, since things are just playing, and I want to make sure music is working, don't mind me, I'm just testing while you're all doing that.
Conjuration. That summons things.
Yes.
I think I've got a conjure. Isn't plane shift conjuration?
Yeah, you're summoning yourself to somewhere else, I guess. Like it's like it is, yeah. Like you're transferring, you're transferring yourself to another plane, right? So
While
you're
all
conjuring
making,
yourself somewhere.
when you're all making these debates, you'll find Lulu is laying over one of the rocks, like back down on it, with the Schwinga laying asleep on her stomach. Both of them are pretty much out. She's like, "Oh, it's so comfy. It's warm." As you're contemplating the nature of magic and how it might affect this.
So, because you've cast detect magic before and not picked up on that, so
Yeah. Just the very, very faint traces of conjuration he was saying.
Essentially, with the identify spell, you're able to tell what spells affected something else.
Yeah.
But 1,000 years since that spell affected something else, the only remnants with the most keen eye of arcanic knowledge was able to determine the lingering effects of conjuration magic. But what it did, what the spell was, or anything like that, the magic's too far removed now for you to know. It's like, essentially, you saw a crater and you're like, oh, the school of magic that Fireball uses caused this, essentially.
Yeah.
Except the opposite direction. I just brought that up as an example.
Yeah. It has been magicked, but it's not currently magical.
Well,
so that's why detect magic isn't making it radiate.
However, Nimbar, you go ahead and give me a straight up intelligence check.
For intelligence? Nimbar or Nimbar and Nimbar?
Just Nimbar. Just Nimbar who passed. Other not Nimbar is an extension of your conscience, so he doesn't put the dots together. You know what I mean? It's a little more fun for me that way. Something about that bugs you a little bit, but you're not sure what as you rub your chin.
I'm wondering if it is like the... What I'm assuming is it is probably similar to the plane chase, or planner ship, where like this entire place used to be on a different plane and was dragged here.
Yeah.
That would definitely make sense, given its sudden appearance too. Like it's.
considering like everything looks like it's meant to be at a castle, like hedge mage, out in the sun, nice weather.
What was that castle we heard the name of again?
Blackrock.
Blackrock? Yeah, that's... I don't suppose this is just the, like some outside, like we were in the gardens or whatever, right, of it? Like the hedge maze, of this castle, maybe. I mean, don't think we have enough information anyways.
Lulu would
Well, I
lift her
think
head a
it's-
little, look at Isaac, be like, well, when someone says you go to hell, I'm pretty sure they mean burn, not freeze. But this is the 8th layer, and that's pretty much the only option.
Yeah. That's,
Good.
Not to say that Lulu is refuting what you said. She's just kind of making the casual observation of, this probably isn't what they were thinking of them with the spell, but still got screwed either way.
yeah.
I mean, you can get freezer burn.
What an insane level of magic, though, to be able to transport something this large.
Mm.
Like, that would be a like I figure that's either a being that's incredibly powerful, like on terms of something like a god or a demigod, or it's a ritual that would have required multiple powerful casters to be able to move something like this, right? Like
Lulu picks up,
Reminds me-
one angel, we got it, oh yeah.
Reminds me of the good old days before the spell play. 10th level spells did some mighty, mighty things. It was truly a wonderful time.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Let me tell you. I got hit by one of them 10th level spells, burnt my tail feather right off. Took me like a month to heal. Oh, you mortals and those 10th level spells, my word, it was like watching a kid in a candy store with an unlimited amount of gold. Just kablooey in half a day. Well, I'm not surprised. Goddess of Magic had to rebuild the entirety of the weave. Ooh.
Nimbar, we'll chat with Lulu about the good old days.
Isn't the spell plague a direct result of people having 10th level spells? That's why
No,
they took them away
no.
from us.
No. The spell plague was when Mister died. Was it the second or the third time?
Well, I know that much. My dad has gone on at some length about it.
He's also a nerd.
But I will say, when you
Marketer.
say that one to Lulu, her response is very straightforward. Hopefully that popped up. Let me know if it did, and I'll read
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, well, yes, but actually, no. we are.
Lulu lets her trunk roll around a little. She's like, well, I don't know how much I can actually tell you all. For what went down and all that stuff. I mean, I don't actually know a lot of it. I mean, admittedly, she brings one of her little stubby legs up and rolls it beside her head while rolling her eyes, cross-eyed and everything. My memory was a little bit in shambles at a time, as you might recall. I was wandering a hell plane. But it has something to do with the gods and the powers, and then by the end they were like, "Pfft, no more level 10s for mortals."
Yeah, it's probably for the best. I mean, look at how much havoc people cause with 9th level spells.
Lulu glares at Nimbar. Yes, and then glares at Isaac. Very much havoc. You both should not cast any of them. She pauses, then starts laughing. Oh! You could tell she was joking with that comment. She's very much happy that both of you can blast the hell out of everything in hell. Lulu's just a little too relaxed right now. She's still laying on her back on that rock, you know what I mean? Just enjoying the warmth. Anything else for your romp through this room?
You said the sand was partially frozen?
Well,
Or
it's
kind
like
of formed
sand
a
at
crust?
negative 15 degrees. Underneath the base, it's going to be a little bit frozen. The top layer is a little bit warmed from the rock, so it can be shifted around.
I'll just... my token's going nuts. I guess, just as like a last minute curiosity, I will use... I think I could use Mold Earth just to kind of move some of the sand around and sift through it a little.
Moving the sand around, as you do, you notice something interesting. The sand moves with the design that you can see there. As you shift it, it shifts like waves, but frozen, so to speak. The sand moves freely, but it takes that natural form. The easiest way, actually, if you've ever seen a cymbal, like the drums and cymbals, when someone puts sand on top of their cymbal and then makes noise, how if it moves, it still follows that wave. That's essentially what you're doing. If you disrupt it with your hand, it can be offset, but if it moves and becomes fluid, it naturally takes this shape.
Interesting.
Can I try moving one of the rocks?
You can. It's going to be an athletics check.
Ooh. Okay.
You got this.
Flux will be like, do you need me to help you?
Maybe? I'm gonna try.
Could you imagine if she'd rolled a
Yes,
20?
please.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. To be fair, if anyone was going to do it, it would have been Bellamy.
Yep, the way these things go.
Which rock, Bellamy?
I don't know. Maybe like the smallest one? I feel like the bigger ones are probably a little out of our league. Well, maybe not yours. You're pretty strong.
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute.
I have one skill. Shit, I forgot to hit VTT. It was 30, though.
I got Bellamy's rock, as she's trying. And
Look at my muscles. Wow.
Did you hear that I forgot to hit VTT, but it was 30 on D&D Beyond? You can check if you want.
oh, I didn't hear the number. I heard that you forgot to hit the VTT. I thought you were catching that.
Yeah,
That's good because
D&D Beyond rolled it. It was 30. I'll show you.
I was gonna use this picture and be like, Flux's rock.
I mean, it should be in game log, but I'll take a picture anyway.
There's a new add-on as well that they've made for transmitting information over, but I don't know where this one works so well if I'd want to change. But by all means, you are able to push the rock, which slides across the sand. I mean, with Flux's 30, it's kind of Bellamy is pushing and pushing Looney Tunes style, you know, back against it, feet kicking, pushing with her shoulder and all that. Flux sort of leans over. You need a hand there, buddy? She's like, oh yeah. Flux puts one hand on the rock and just pushes. You hear it grinding.
I can contribute exactly one thing to this team, and it is
But
moving
you do
heavy
it
things.
really well.
Yeah. And it's about a fifth of everything, so I mean, your character just walks up like, gonna ace this one again today. Getting a bloody 20 on, or 30 on that one. The rock does slide and move freely across the sand.
What are we looking for here?
And how does the sand like maintain its shape? Like, does it keep following that pattern even though the rock is moved?
When the rock moves, it does disrupt the sand, just like putting your hand through it. But watching it over a few moments, so I'm going to move the clock 5 minutes forward as you're just watching, it does naturally slowly resume the pattern, but the pattern wraps around the rocks and has warped slightly with the positioning of the rocks. Most likely, the rocks giving off their heat in waves or something of the sort is causing this pattern then. As it does appear to be wrapping from the rocks.
Interesting. We should take a rock with us. Try and like break off a piece. A little like warm hand stones or something.
Oh, I see
Oh,
what you mean, Jillian. You actually put a screenshot in. My bad.
yeah. Well, I mean, I took a picture with my phone of well, technically John's laptop.
Same kind of difference.
You've had it so long.
Yeah. I haven't forgotten though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm just making a joke. One day
Yeah, I'll
get a play in person again, and I'll get it back.
yeah. I'll take the dancing greatsword and to see if I can chip a little bit off and test Bellamy's theory.
Tapping and twisting with your sword doesn't produce any easy chips. You can tell if you wanted to try, you would need to take a hearty swing.
I'll pull out the reforged hammer of thunderbolts and use that instead.
Hang on a second, just before you do that, Flux.
She's like about to hit the rock and she'll stop. Yeah.
What kind of rock is this?
Looks like sandstone in the picture, but I
Big
don't
one.
know that's what it actually is.
Just watch your eyes. Hot rocks can shatter.
Meanwhile, Nimber is just gonna
It's a
around the
bigger,
corner.
yeah. It's a bigger problem if it's something like obsidian, like it's so razor sharp. If you send shards flying about like that, that might be a thing. But if it's like sandstone, it probably be okay.
Lulu hops off the rock, flaps her wings a bit. Well, that's my cue. Move to another spot. Pops down on the table, out cold again.
Alec will duck behind the table, just
Yeah.
just with
Nimbar's
Lola.
like behind the wall using Nimbar to see what's going on.
Not Nimbar kind of glares at Nimbar. He goes, "The only thing that makes me real angry is I'd do the same." And he walks over.
Or do you mean the?
No. I'm talking about the manifest mind.
Oh, sorry, not Nimbar's manifest mind. You know how it is. With three of them, I mix them up sometimes.
Understandable.
Yeah.
You do have an excess of yourself right now.
A little bit.
All right, well, go ahead then. Make yourself an attack roll. And where's Bellamy standing?
Right there. She's way too interested.
All right.
Alec will pull Lily down beside him, just so she's behind something, just in case.
All right, with a swing and a strike, your blade comes down hard on the rock.
It's the hammer, actually.
Or hammer comes down hard on the rock, and it fractures under the blow. Actually, let me double check that weapon. Yeah, just had to make sure. It does crack as a torrent of white-hot fire burns out from the edge of the rock for a bleeding moment. You see the stone, some of it twisting, forming, and recreating itself. Lulu's eye pops up and she goes, "Oh, that's not good." And as you see a beast of fire rise up from the stone. You go ahead and roll for initiative. As a
Is it
beast of
another one of
fire
those?
elemental stands before you.
Fire elemental?
Seems to be, holding a blade, however, with the stone forging armor around itself. 1 second here. I know what I can do to make this a little nicer for you. Bazinga.
Ooh, so pretty.
So everyone go ahead and roll in your initiatives.
I think I know what they conjured.
All right, let's see here. I gotta make sure I'm selected. And what am I doing? That's the other thing. I just hit the. Oh, we're not
Lulu.
in the tracker automatically.
Oh, and on that note, I am going to need a dex save from Flux and from Bellamy. Oh, I thought it would pull in when you click the button for rolling
shit.
initiative. If done from your
Yeah.
character sheet, it should, because it did for the remaining players. Just one
Oh,
second.
I just remembered us being on the list and being able to press the
Nice.
button.
Same
right?
Z
Like,
Scorpion.
Yeah. So what? If you're ever not on the list, if you right-click your character and click the sword and shield, that'll put you on.
Oh, jeez. Just a casual 27 in the net.
Okay, I rolled a... Alec rolled a 15. Before the thing was up. So you said the sword and shield?
Yeah, if you right click on your character and then the bottom right, the sword and shield.
Alright, okay, I'm in the tracker, it's just that it wants me to make a new...
Yeah, it wants you to make a new one, so...
Yeah. I just rolled it and then... okay.
Nope.
Wait, Nimbar got removed?
Yeah, what's
The
that supposed to be
copy
for his?
Nimbar copy got 18.
Alrighty. I think that's everyone. We got Isaac and Bellamy and Flux, Nimbar and Lulu and Alec. That's everybody. So y'all want to go ahead then? Isaac's copy is up first.
Alright. Confirming a number here. Yeah, so thinking about it, I think it's going to be a little bit conservative with his limited resources here and judging, got to get a kind of a scale on his opponent. Where is the, oh, I see. Sorry, I couldn't, for some reason, I could not, like, my brain, like, looked at the token and glossed over it, and I was like, where? What? Where? So he's going to just open up with a simple Ray of Frost to give it, you know what I mean, to as an opening blow here. So that's a 24 to hit.
Yep. That is a hit.
Alright, so that's going to be 48 cold damage. 15 cold damage on it.
Alright, it takes 15 points of cold damage as your ray strikes it.
And let's see, he's going to position himself, knowing how things tend to work with... Actually, hold on. Rather than there, he's going to position himself here. Because knowing how, well, AoEs and things tend to work, right? Being a mage and all, try to avoid keeping too close to everybody else. And that'll be his turn, so if we hit the turn button... There we go.
Okay. I don't think I have anything cold. Who's after me?
I am.
Oh, Flux is after me. Okay, then I will hit it with a guiding bolt. That you have advantage. Yeah, I'll just do a first level.
Alright. Well, a 28 is most
Not
certainly
bad.
a hit. That's definitely a hit. So
Tight.
go ahead and roll
And
that.
as...
Oh, it has it there. I'm blind as a bat. Alrighty.
Oh, does it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. The
12
damage is
points
right
of
underneath it.
radiant damage.
And as a bonus action, I will give Bardic Inspiration to Flux as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's my turn. And I forget how to end my turn.
On the turn tracker, there's an end turn button.
The bottom of the turn tracker, yeah.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna be like, well, swing my hammer because that's what I'm holding anyway.
Looks like
It's
stuff
just the
isn't
first
starting
hit
to
that
get
has
damaged.
It's just the first hit that has advantage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, probably needed it.
Sorry.
It's 21 hit.
A 21 is a hit as you swing your big old hammer as it pops up in front of you, and you're like, oh, fun, more things to smash.
Try it again. But, well, I interact with objects. I would have to drop the hammer if I wanted to draw my blade, right?
Whoa, this thing is not applying damage correctly. Yeah, no, that's way too much. I have to just backtrack a little bit here and recalculate the damage that's been done to it so far.
Yeah, I figure it's
Sure,
not
take
dead.
your time.
Kind of wish it was just dead.
Be nice, but I mean,
I wonder why it's doing that. Maybe it's putting in everything. That's 12 for the guiding bolt.
Did it take damage from my initial strike with my hammer?
Oh yeah. Well, no, none from that. No, he broke the rock with that one.
Okay. Okay.
it also
15 and 12, 27
Yeah.
points of damage. Okay. Making me do math. Alrighty, and then on top of that is another 12 points of damage from the... Alright, I got it up to date now. I wonder why it's not working. Normally I right click and I just apply the damage and I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Oh, the dexterity save, did we take damage from that?
I think I got sidetracked and forgot, to be honest. And I just want to see. Yeah, that worked. It's something about the way it's calculating. It's adding in too many things, because the basic one did it. As for the damage, or as for the dex saves, I have to roll back and see what they were because I got distracted. Too many things.
They were
broken at once.
22.
Oh, you're both. You're
I got
fine.
20. I got like 28, so.
Yeah. Bellamy's just standing there and Flux are standing there. Big explosion goes off. Rocks fly past your heads, because if you're in the 20s, yeah, rock flies past your head. You don't even flinch. Just like, oh, a bad guy. Okay, we're gonna get him. Is that, oh my word? I'm sorry, I have to change the default settings. On the bottom of the
I was
screen,
gonna
there's
say-
a running clock. That's not cool.
I was gonna ask if I was being timed. Like, it's not a big deal, but.
yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I was wondering, is like, are we playing with like a chess timer now for our moves? Like,
I kind of like it. Keeps things on. Keep you on your toes.
It gives a
Yeah,
three.
except-
It's a 3-minute timer. I mean, I can leave it there, but I don't know if it automatically skips your turn when it's done.
it didn't seem
So-
to know.
Interesting.
Oh, that was a weird sound.
Yeah, it played an unhappy sound though.
It might have been because something had happened, or I don't know.
Can I drop my hammer and pull out my sword?
Oh, by all means. If you interact with
Okay.
an object to draw your blade, dropping it is nothing.
Yeah, I
That's free.
thought so. Right. So I'll drop the hammer because I don't think he can pick it up anyway, and I'll use my blade of Avernus. I will use 2 hands, so I can get my great weapon bonus if it hits.
A 27 is a hit.
Yeah, and I did 2-handed.
Yep. So that's 15 points of damage to him.
Okay. I wonder, it doesn't show what it rolled. That, because I think.
Yeah, when I did apply damage, I think it does everything that you put in there. Let's see here.
Oh, that's no good.
A 1d10, you rolled a 5 on a 1d10 for it. Is that what all it gets for the two-handed, is a 1d10?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will hit him one more time.
Okay. As you take swing number 3. That's definitely a hit with a 31. With your two-handed damage, you do 17 points of damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
As you slice into the beast, it is still standing.
Let me just see if I have anything fun to do with bonus action. Could throw my dancing blade, but I think I already drew a weapon this turn, so I can't really. Forgot about my slasher feat. Just 1 second. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since we've been in a fight. When I do...
A few opportunities, but you all dodge them.
Yeah, so his speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my turn.
Okay. So I'm going to put a -10 in. I know that's for the type, but it shows. I'm using it for speed on this one for him.
Yeah, that's alright. I will...
Oh, I will point out, he also sheds light. Bright light in a 20-foot radius, dim light out to 40 feet.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just end my turn there.
Alright.
I'm ready.
Copy
We'll
number.
hit the button.
Gonna go 5, 10. He's going to yell to Alex. These aren't the bells of Castle Rock, Black Castle Rock, whatever it is. And Toll of the Dead.
Incoherent screaming.
I'll switch that
let's
over to
make
Nimbar's
it-
turn. Apparently they updated the turn tracker and all that. It has a different icon now and doesn't glitch anymore.
Right? That seems hot.
I'm excited. I like it when things aren't broken.
Yeah. So 8, 14. 14 plus 6 is 20. What does he have equipped? Yeah, that DC is not right. I don't know why it's showing that high. I think it should only be 20. Let me just check something.
What's it say on your D&D Beyond?
The problem is my D&D Beyond is for a different character.
You don't have, oh, right, because it's old Nimbar versus new Nimbar. Because this one's never
Yeah.
been updated. I haven't changed copies since we imported them.
Yeah, I don't know. Split the features. Take this
Oh
off.
my god,
DC 20,
Fergus.
yeah.
What did he do?
Just the spell around his water bowl, it's almost impressive.
He's obnoxious, isn't he? Cute though. Sound asleep on his bed. Don't hear me talking. They got up.
Yeah, so DC 20.
All right. That's a wisdom savings throw for the DC 20?
Yep.
I wonder if that'll override. I'm curious. Oh, good, it did go private. Nope, he fails his wisdom savings throw on that one. As the bells of the dead toll on top of his head. That's some nice rolls. 27 points of necrotic damage. As the fire elemental takes another savage blast from the party. Oh, that was copy Nimbars.
Yeah. that was the problem, was it was copying Nimbar, hence why it should have been lower than what it showed.
That's fair. Because it would have been a copy of Nimbar at that time, including features, gears, equipment, etc. So it's fully loaded.
Yeah, but
I had a similar issue. I had to remember I said I was calculating something when I did my thing. I had to make sure that I wasn't attacking with a higher attack bonus for my gear.
Should be able to edit copy Nimbar though and unequip gear and delete stuff off them though. Should be full access.
I did, it's a problem. So I don't know why it's still that high.
I think that sound effect is actually the warning that you're getting close to the end of that turn counter thingy.
Yeah, the bar ran out, so it's like...
Kaboom, your turn's over. But your turn's not actually over, it's just
I think it's your turn.
a 3-minute marker.
So,
yes, Isaac's turn.
I'm gonna make a clarification, just because I've realized it probably isn't going to be super relevant, but right now that elemental also has a 10-foot reduction in its move speed from Ray of Frost. Just
okay.
as a heads up. It probably won't become relevant, but if it does, there it is. All right, I'm going to make a 4-inch. So basically, a 4-inch sphere of kind of competing elements that then turns entirely into cold, and I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb on him as a 4th level spell.
Okay.
So that'll be 68 cold damage if I hit. Oh, it's asking me here too. Yep, there we go. So 29 to hit. Oh, I rolled low. I rolled okay. I rolled 1-1, but yeah.
Alrighty, and that's
Still not a great roll. Yeah.
18 points of cold damage to the fire elemental. Still standing, however, with what little pinch of health it has left in that flame.
All right, and I think that will be my turn. All right, mirror.
Fire elemental's turn, which roars with an intense flame as it uses fiery strikes and swings its scimitar at Fluminoxus.
Fair enough.
I mean, you are standing right there.
Yeah.
And I bashed his
Walked
egg. His rock egg in and essentially summoned him.
The fire elemental spins his blade. He brings it down hard and heavy, and it rings off of Fluminox's blackened pauldrons. Another swing comes across the chest of your armor, and the same thing as it ricochets backwards as he's unable to even penetrate. You stand still for a moment as he comes with the third blow, heavy and hard, straight down, which ricochets once again off the backside of your armor as he's unable to even remotely break through the intense and formidable hide you've set forward.
I'll repost that.
All 3 were failed hits. So,
Yeah, I only have 1 reaction, so it'll be 1 hit.
Oh yeah.
Same as last time. Blade of Avernus, 2-handed.
So you use your riposte. Technically, you could use that after his first attack. So once the first one bounces off.
Yeah, it doesn't particularly matter.
Oh, it does, because you kill him, so it's whether or not you want to let those attacks ring off and deflect the end.
Yeah, she'll do that. She'll just take 2 hits and be like, I'm done, and then hit him.
You got the meta knowledge that it'll be enough that you can just bounce the attacks off. With your riposte strike, you do indeed finish off the elemental. As he dies and the flame extinguishes, his armor rattles as it falls to the ground, where he no longer stands.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I feel kind of bad about that. He's just having a great little sleep, keeping the room warm. We kind of fucked his shit up.
Well, unfortunately, that's nothing to be done about it now. But that's I guess don't mess with the other rocks, I guess.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, if he was conjured and put in that rock, he's probably just trapped and mindless anyway.
True.
Yeah, but imagine the fact that they managed to capture and put him in there. It's actually kind of impressive. Stop think about it.
Yeah, so that wasn't even a common fire elemental. That was that's an extravagant thing to do just for the sake of
Keeping
heating some sand.
Lulu's head pops up at the other end of the table. What happened? I was having a nap. Sees the armor fall. Oh well. Just now Tuesday, I suppose.
Yeah,
actually Wednesday.
I do definitely disagree with the idea. Even in something like an elemental, I do definitely disagree with the idea of binding something for something so, I guess, trivial, right? Like it's such an excessive way of doing things with magic.
Of
Did
central
we?
heat.
I was just gonna ask. Is the heat in the room reduced now?
The other two rocks still give off heat, but you notice now, the one that held the fire elemental no longer does.
It's almost as if we killed the heat source.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
That's,
Lulu puts down a piece of parchment and she goes, "All right, I've double checked," and she looks right at Nimbar. "The 9th day. Today is the 9th day, 19th of Okta. Oh, it's getting hard to tell." Rolls it back up, starts walking. But for Flummonoxus's point, yes, the rock no longer produces any heat. The other two still do. And you will also notice that the sand no longer warps to match that first rock. They only radiate from the other two. The pattern would automatically adjust.
Elbow guys. Bonus rocks. I love rocks. I love sticks and rocks. Alec picks up some loose rocks.
Nimbarl cast Mage Hand and kind of poke him with it. This is my stick.
Lulu will put a wing on Alex's shoulder, give him that bit of comfort and nod. She goes, "Yeah, I suppose us being hit in the cold like this gonna be a long time for your feet hit solid earth again, what?"
It's true, Lulu.
Well, we want to move on.
Yeah, I reckon we've
I
probably.
think we've seen everything that we need to.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're probably.
I'm gonna wander down here. See what's down here.
Some dead ends.
Oh, a dead end. Fantastic.
In fact, I'm gonna do a roll on that one in a second here. Because Nimbar's mind went and peeked around corners and came home. But a full check, well, depending on where it goes, sometimes requires a player's actions directly. As you approach that end, I'm gonna do a dead end roll. However, there is something in the room I did specifically mention that you were all walking past, like just a moment ago. I will give you a hint.
Oh, the armor.
Oh, sorry, I meant to fix that.
The armor
Oh.
and the sword.
There's a big suit of armor left behind when the fire elemental went kapoof.
I just assumed that would have vanished with it. Oh, okay.
No, I said collapsed to the floor, left behind. So, figured I'd mention that because I know you all like your loot. And it's a suit of full plate.
Well, worth taking, right? Like,
Can anyone wear it? I can wear it, but I don't want to be that person.
You can wear full plate?
What's your
I can wear heavy
strength
armor.
score?
Oh, wow.
My strength is only an 8.
You need. Well, you can wear it, but I don't actually know what the negatives are. I think it's something like if you wear heavy armor that you don't have the strength for, you move slower.
Oh, Flux will toss her the gloves of ogre strength. There you go.
there you go.
You can wear it now. I'll
Well,
shove
So
the.
you need to be wearing those so that way you can wield the hammer.
Yeah, I haven't been using it very much anyway. I'll put the hammer in the bag of holding first, then
Okay.
maybe, and then toss her the gloves, gauntlets. Sorry. Should just be able to Google gauntlets of ogre power.
Well, hang on, because she might not have the attunement slot you need to get the strength boost.
Do you have an attunement slot, Corton?
No, I'm full up. So that's okay.
Oh.
We can hang on to the armor
Oh.
for now.
Okie dokie.
I mean, my
let me know if you
AC
change
is
your
already
mind.
24, so
Fair enough, yeah.
thank you. Yeah. All right, friends,
mean, I
onward
can-
and forward.
I was just gonna say, I can wear it, but I've already got pretty good armor, so I don't think I need any more.
We could take it. We can identify what it is, right? Like,
Yeah, we'll take it at the very least. We'll identify it later, and then we'll.
Yeah, I was gonna identify it, but I was like, I should save the spell slots just in case.
You can ritual cast it.
I don't want to really take the time.
I don't know if bards can. Can bards ritual
What?
cast?
But she's a cleric.
No. Oh yeah, that's true. It depends what spell list you have it on, though, I think. It gets a bit funky.
So I'm thinking, since it's 12 o'clock.
It does have an R next to it, so.
Oh,
that
you
means
should be
ritual
golden
cast.
then.
Yeah, and I'm fairly certain birds. Yeah, birds can ritual cast.
No,
Yes.
Yeah, it's under my bird spell list.
I think
the-
it's just
is it-
sorcerer and paladins that can't ritual cast.
It's
Yeah.
just sorcerers. Really? Sorcerers?
Yeah.
They really don't like sorcerers,
Yeah.
do they?
well, I mean, the biggest thing they did was taking like the one benefit of like sorcerers and giving it to every caster class was kind of a like, fuck these guys in particular type decision.
Yeah,
Particularly
'cause
because wizards. Like, wizards literally get the flavor of what sorcerers had better than what sorcerers get now, because wizards could prepare more spells, like, than sorcerers get to know. Like, get to have, like, in the repertoire. It's really kind of unfair. But
Yeah, like
Metamagic's
the big thing sorcerers used to have was more spells per day, but now
Yes.
they're just like, no,
Yeah.
everyone gets the same.
Yeah, you had more spells per day, and you had flexibility because in the older systems, you didn't like prepare a spell and it's like, oh, I cast it with a 4th level slot. No, it's like, oh, I want to cast Fireball twice. I prepare 2 3rd level fireballs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so for a wizard, they had to very carefully consider exactly what they wanted to do with their magic. But a sorcerer was just like, yeah, I just cast it because it's on my list. I have less options, but I always have flexibility, and I have that big pool of spells. Wizards learned more meta magic though because of their bonus fees. It's all weird how they confused it all with the new edition. But yeah, they kind of shafted sorcerers a little bit. They get meta magic, so like stuff like quick spell and twin spell are really cool. But they definitely like took what was the flavor of sorcerer and like gave it away essentially. So I have a whole rant I can do about this, but I won't get into it.
Yeah, we have those.
Well, we're sitting at about 12 o'clock. I figure now's a good time for us to take a break. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes. I'll see y'all at about 12:15 as we move on further and Bellamy finds out what she found at the end of the hallway.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Alright, we'll see y'all in 15.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I am back.
Sorry, we're
My
a bit late,
headphones
guys.
probably turned off, though, just a
Welcome
sec.
back.
Jillian's just
Welcome
will be
back.
on momentarily. She just found a hair baked into her pie, which is unfortunate.
Oh,
That's a
Sorry.
hairy situation.
That's no fun. I had cereal. That was tasty.
I haven't eaten yet today. My stomach's been a little off, so I've just been taking it
Well,
easy. I'm not gonna eat after D&D.
By the way, I posted a picture or a link to Facebook. It's a video
The
with
deck
the
box.
giant, from the deck box. Video about the giant D20s. You should watch it.
Facebook, so I
Is
can.
a, is
What?
a giant
It-
D20.
Yeah, just
It's
watch
like
it.
a-
You'll enjoy it. I promise.
It's a stuffed one, so they're.
Is it like the
sell
one
them?
that I gave Laura?
It looks a little bit smaller, but they have them in the boardroom
Oh,
cafe
I
as
have
well.
I have a purple one of them.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not even suggesting buying the D20. I just love that video.
Oh yeah,
Where did you post
It's
the video?
so
I'm not
cute.
seeing it.
It's a little
It's,
bit back in the
it's a-
Discord.
Yeah, here,
Yeah,
it
cover
comes
that
as
to
a-
make life easier.
I would get Fergus one of them to play with, but just now that would last about
An hour?
23 seconds. Jillian's mum got him a stuffed sheep to play with, like a really nice dog toy. It looked like it might have
Lamb
been
chop.
a little.
They should
fairly
all know what
pricey.
lamb chop is.
I didn't know he was a celebrity, but
Oh,
Fergus.
Cherry Lee's Lamb Chops from
She-
Lamb Chops Playland?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to
Fergus
ruin
face
you.
off
Oh, poor Lamb Chops.
But
like in
Because,
a
you know-
minute.
Jillian, do you know what I'm about to do?
it's a song that burns.
Oh, yes, it goes on and on,
And it
my
goes
friends.
on and my friends. Some
Some
people
people
started singing it, not knowing what it was.
Knowing what it was. And they'll continue singing it forever just because it is the song
Forever,
that
just
never
because
ends.
it's a song that never ends.
Is that this is some Canadian thing that I'm too Scottish to understand?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
so.
a Canadian thing.
It's like Mr. Dress Up. It's
I
epic.
saw
and
them
old
when
and
I was a
awesome.
little kid.
Mm.
Oh, nice. That would have been awesome. She was pretty awesome.
Hmm.
That would have been actually a fun thing to see. I would have been all about Mr. Dress Up myself, personally.
I also got to see Fred Penner at Evolve one year.
What?
It was so great. I was so high, and it was just so perfect.
Red Penner at Evolve.
Yeah,
I
Crazy,
heard about
right?
that.
I was shook when I saw the lineup, and I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to take right before I go. It
That would have been something.
was really fun.
Alright, and just as a question, can you all hear the music playing now?
I can.
The usual Ice Cavern Avernus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good,
Sorry.
good. I'm pressing the pop-out window since I have to keep hitting replay for the whole damn thing.
Oh,
I have I probably have to leave at like 2:00, like proper today. Like I think I have to, because I have a lot of errands I have to sort out before something later in the day. So I don't think I can like overplay today. That's all.
Oh, we usually cut it at 2 anyway. There's only been a couple
Yeah.
times we've gone over. Once was we lost track of time. The other one was, hey, we're near the end. You guys want to keep playing? And everyone was like, yes.
by the way, I sent you a message. I've noticed that my fog of war is drifting northward.
Meh. Not much I can do about it.
It's just so weird. I don't understand why.
There's so many small glitches with that fog of war. Unless I constantly reset it, it'd be a problem. But I'm not too worried. I mean, the walls are made of ice, and you've been in there for like 2.5 hours. Maybe you've been able to see a little bit of what's on the other side. Or it's just, JavaScript sucks.
Yeah, I mean, JavaScript's doing its best. It just really was never made for this. It was for doing like small logical tasks for documents and not for presenting large canvases with, you know, interactive elements that are meant to emulate an application on your computer.
Can you guys hear that annoying hammering upstairs?
Yeah, I can hear the thumping. Is that your family running?
Oh my god, I don't know what they're doing. They've just decided that this summer, like, so my dad's been off work since forever. So he's decided that they put up a new shed in the backyard, they built a deck, they built a balcony, they are doing something up there now that involves hammering and...
Ooh, damn. That's not gonna be a fun afternoon for you.
Well, I'm leaving right after this game to go on a 8-kilometer hike, so they can keep hearing all they want. I won't be here.
There you go.
The best way. That'll be a fun time. You get to relax some and get out there in nature, as they say.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? Oh, someone outside. I was only got one ear in on the headphones, so sounds can mess me up because I don't get that 3D ocular. So what Bellamy finds is a treasure chest.
Ooh, boy. I'm gonna open it. Wait, I'm gonna check for traps. As best that I can.
You should have heard Dean cackling from downstairs when you said that, Courtney.
Yeah, that's like... Remember, this entire place wants to kill us. Assume everything here wants to kill us.
It was just... What got me was just like the full stop, like the 180. I'm going to open it. Wait. It was just... I could just see, like, you know, when you played Sonic the Hedgehog and it does the little skid to the stop with the sound effect. That's what went through my head.
Bellamy, as her hands start to inspect and investigate the chest, you reach out with your two hands and set them on top of the box, because investigation is hands-on, right? And guess what happens?
Oh god, is it a mimic?
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Your hands are
did
stuck
it disappear?
to the lid of the chest.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Okie dokie.
Everyone calm down. It's happening. It's happening. Have we fought a mimic before?
Yeah, we fought one in the Maggie's dungeon, remember?
No.
Yeah, there was one.
Oh.
The trauma kind of repressed a lot of those memories from that dungeon.
Yeah, the mimic, we kicked the shit out of the mimic, though. The mimic was like no problem. This one might be a
Who's
little
green
You're
dice
not
for they?
supposed to say things
No,
like that
I
at the
said-
start of a fight, Kieran.
I said we kicked that mimic's ass. I don't know anything about this mimic or what it
But the
does.
fates are listening. This is going to be like a mimic lich or something.
Quick, Alex, what do the stars say?
What do the stars say? It says, "Oh, ask again later." That's strange.
Alright, I'll ask at the end of the fight. How about that? Will you have an answer by then?
I mean, depending on how the fight goes, I might not have any left.
Alright.
Well,
Oh, I hear that.
I do like the fact that Bellamy gets to go first.
So to give a paraphrase of what's going on there for Bellamy, as we get a nice setup. I'm going to go ahead and give you an idea of what's just happened. This is a standard effect of a mimic, the adhesive. It adheres to anything that touches it. A huge or smaller creature adhered to the mimic is also grappled by it, with an escape DC of 13. Yeah, I give it out, it's a mimic, they're not too bad. Ability checks made to escape this grapple, however, have disadvantage, And while in its object form, it's indistinguishable from any ordinary object. On top of that, they're also grapplers and shape changers by their nature. But it is Bellamy's first turn. You're stuck to it, but that doesn't mean your hands specifically are stuck to it, just that it has grappled you. It kind of rips itself open as pieces of it come forth. An arm grabs you, so you get stuck to it physically as it's super sticky. Mimic adherence.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a 4th level inflict wounds.
Okay.
You're not stuck here with me. I'm not stuck here with you. You're stuck here with me.
Yeah.
30 points. Now let me see if this is going to go in correctly. Nope, it doesn't. I know what's happening. It's doing a double and pulling everything instead of just a singular for those, but I can just do the math. 30 points of damage as the mimic roars in pain, reeling back, but still attacking you because it's not in a good mood.
Do I have as a bonus action?
Oh, it would help if I clicked that button as well.
Is after me.
Isaac too.
Copy. Okay. I will give Bardic Inspiration to the Isaac copy if I can.
That allows me. I can use that when I make an attack roll, right?
Yeah, so it's a D8, and it's ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws.
Before the
After
results.
you, after you see the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Cool. Thank you. Oh.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Now it's
Alright.
Copy Isaac's turn.
Copy Isaac's gonna kind of pop around a bit. This is a bit of a predicament. I can corner it there. Awesome. Although that also puts me within melee range, doesn't it, too? Oh boy, this is a difficult one to attack right now due to the placement of this. Because if I use a ranged spell, I get disadvantage, right, on the roll?
You're shooting a ranged attack in melee.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify. That is the rule, right?
I can pull up the rules and double check if you want.
Oh,
So
no!
usually
I believe you. Yeah, I believe you. Because I wasn't sure myself. That's why I wanted to make sure, right? Like,
Is it? I have a question though.
Mhm.
Is it any ranged attack, or is it a ranged attack against that creature? So, like, if you say there was, just for argument's sake, a mimic in the other side that Isaac could copy to, would it? And it was firing at that one, but was in melee with this one. Would that still give him disadvantage?
It's a straight flat rule. If you make a ranged attack and an enemy is within 5 feet of you, that's all it takes to trigger it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter who you're attacking.
I always thought
if you're attacking and there's an enemy within 5 feet of you.
I've always thought it was the other way around too. Like, I've always thought it was just the closeness and like having a ranged weapon, but I mean, I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that I also thought that it was
Yeah, the
only
ranged
the
attacks,
thing that you were targeting.
aiming at a ranged attack is more difficult when a foe is next to you. When you make a ranged attack with a weapon, a spell, or some other means, you have disadvantage on the attack roll if you're within 5 feet of a hostile creature who can see you and who isn't incapacitated. Is the actual rule straight
Yeah.
out the book. I'll throw that one in for a narration.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another question. Sorry, just for a clarification. Perfect. Thank you very much. If I move to the left here, I'm not moving outside of its range, but I am breaking its line of sight, does that trigger a reaction?
Yeah, because you would be moving out of its.
Yeah, I am moving out of its. But it's because it's one of those things that normally it's like you can kind of move around a monster, but with this there's the wall, right? So I just wanted to be sure, right?
The
Ooh.
range of a weapon provides.
That was
the
so loud
range.
it blocked out what Karen was saying.
Yeah, that one got that a little bit there for a second.
Sorry. I was just saying that the thing was so loud I couldn't hear what Kieran said.
It's just looking for the clarification of like I'm not if I move like say like that, I'm not exiting its range technically, but I am putting a wall between us. Do I provoke a reaction when I do that, as opposed to like this where we provoke a
So
reaction?
you're going to say
out of
this is
range?
inside of his range then?
If it has a 5-foot range, I was just saying it's within the
If
radius.
it's within
of
his
attack.
range, then I can attack you wherever you're at in this area. But I can't attack you in this area, so it's not within his attack range. Attack of
Yeah.
opportunity is triggered when you exit a creature's attack range.
Perfect.
Clearly, this thing can only attack 3 squares at the moment if it has
Yeah.
a 5-foot range. So if you step back, that'll trigger an attack of
Yeah.
opportunity.
Okay, I wanted to. I thought that was how it worked, but I wanted to make sure because I didn't want to like if I was able to do that, I didn't want to leave the option sitting on the table, right? Like.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Sorry for the questions. I just wanted to be sure of the situation. I'm going to cast on it a firebolt, I guess, since we very rarely get to use this one. I figure it's probably not fire resistant, but it could be. And that'll be at disadvantage, so it's. I believe that's the formula. Yeah. Oh boy, 14 to hit. I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration that I just got. What was that? It was a D8.
Yeah, a D8.
All right, so we'll add an additional 6 to that, so 20 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
All right, and that'll be 4d10 damage, fire damage. So that'll be 25 fire damage to it.
Excuse me.
Alrighty, and you do 25 points of fire damage to it, which hits its body and causes burns across its flesh metal form, or is in agony in the same process.
To make things easier for other people, I am going to take a step so it can make its reaction if it wants to make its reaction on that.
And just 1 second there. Come on. There we are. Alright, and it misses you with its pseudopod as you move out of its range.
Perfect. Alright, and I'll kind of get out of the way. And that will be Clone Isaac's turn. Oh, there we go.
So, Clone Nimbo's turn. He's going to take 10 steps here. From there, he is going to ring the bells again.
Alright.
DC 20.
Alright, and it fails its save, so you go ahead and roll your damage. Alright, and with 22 points of damage, that is enough to knock out the big mimic box.
Poor thing.
Anything spit out of it?
Diablo style.
Yeah, like I just hear like the shit, like all the lights shooting up for the rarities, right?
Unfortunately, no rare drops
Well,
on
like-
that one.
Oh,
pretty sure, like, because I had a mimic in one of the games that I ran, and I'm pretty sure when you kill them, if they're holding anything, they spit it out, right?
Oh, yeah, but it would just be bones. Mostly spider bones.
Aw, poor spiders.
Oh, I'm gonna take some of them, actually.
Okay.
Add it to the collection.
Oh, wait, this is Bellamy. I'm not playing Bree. I don't want those.
Okay, I was wondering, I'm just gonna bring that.
Bellamy
sword
says,
up.
ew, gross, and walks away.
It must have been the inflict wounds that threw you.
Yeah. Well, that was an unfortunate find, friends.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
no, I think find friends is a different spell.
Oh,
Some wizard humor there for you guys.
Wah, wah, wah.
So Nimmer's gonna peek at this one.
It's just an empty little hallway.
Okay.
A small alcove beside the stairs. Little space underneath the stairs for storage, but as you go down those stairs, how are you getting down those stairs? Because it leads back to ice again.
Nimber is the little dude on the hand, and Copy Nimber is walking on the wall.
Alrighty. Lulu, meanwhile, is getting ropes and such together, floating over to Flominox's with Notch. She goes, alright, let's get her done. Who's like, don't you fall though, otherwise I'm gonna swing like a mace straight into the ground. I want to crack me noggin.
Oh,
I'll give Lulu a kiss on the head. You're the best, Lulu.
And that gets her little wings flattering.
I slide down the stairs on my shield.
You can give it a check. Just go give a roll for an acrobatics check. You go full
Okay.
Legolas on it, hey? Bloody 15.
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
awesome.
You were gonna sit on it as you were going. But while you were testing the balance with your feet, it just went and you stood on it the whole way down, got to the bottom, stood up like it was nothing. Just like
Right.
you planned, yeah.
Tight.
Lulu's looking at the stairs, which now have a big gouge mark going down them from the horn on that unicorn shield. She's like, oh my, that's a brilliant little weapon. Looks between her forehead, you can see her eyes crossing. I wonder if I could grow one, that would be handy. Well, I got my tusks though, they're good enough. As before, Lulu will take great effort in order to get Flux down those stairs as well. At which point Flux is once again more or less jet skiing on top of ice. I'm just gonna go ahead and move Flux down. Actually, I'm gonna take Lulu and pin those together to make life easier on myself. Now, for Isaac and Alec, how do you both get down?
This is a
Back
good
onto
question.
the icy floor.
Oh, I have an idea. Flux will stand at the bottom of the stairs and be like, come here, I'll catch you.
Alex is already mid-jump into her arms.
Love it.
I'm gonna catch him.
Can
You give me
Flux
acrobatics. Well, both of you give me athletics, rather, for that.
Can Alec be caught officer and a gentleman style by Flux?
Of course. No other way. Oh, that's not a great roll for Flux.
Still above 15, my god. Yeah. Alex just flies through the air, lands in her arms like my hero.
Here we go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Meanwhile,
Look.
John's like, I got some Andre the Giant for this one. That's some old school. Is that from
Oh,
The Princess Bride?
That
Gotta
sure
be.
is.
I'm gonna throw that one up. I don't know if any. I mean, I'm hoping everybody knows The Princess Bride.
I
I just
don't.
recently
Oh,
saw
really?
it actually.
Does this
I've never
get
seen it.
supposed-
You've missed a good
it's
one,
not-
then, Courtney. I do
not
recommend
doing
it. It's just
All right.
amazing. It's old,
I'm gonna have
but
to
it's amazing.
Post that way. Here we
It's on
go.
Disney Plus, Corton, if you ever want to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you guys just want to click on that and watch the GIF.
It's why it
it's
fits so
actually
well.
a pretty good D&D movie. Just like it's just like a little adventure with a cast of crazy characters.
It totally is.
It's pretty. You really got to suspend your disbelief, though. Like it's
yeah.
quite campy, and
Oh
it
my
kind of
God.
takes a minute for you to get used to it because it's kind of odd. But
But it's 100%.
Okay.
Like it's 100% on purpose too, though, right?
yeah.
oh yeah, I know.
Let's go to the castle.
Yeah.
I am
Thank
not
you.
left-handed.
Not a chance.
Out of all the like films with sword fights in it, it's still one of the best because it's
Actually,
like
yeah.
actual fencing.
When Mandy I can't get his last name. When Mandy takes him on, and that's the actor's name, mind you.
Tankin.
Yeah, thank you. It's the most amazing sword fight I've seen in movies in a long time between the two of them.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's this legendary phrase about Inigo Montoya, but I don't want to say it because it's so awesome. And oh god, I don't want to spoil any of it on you, Courtney. It's that good of a movie. Did you watch Robin Hood?
You
Men
really
in
should
Tights?
watch it.
No.
Same main actor in that one, but same style of comedy. Just that one's way more campy. Like they haul away the castle
Okay.
at one point, literally haul it away, like with a U-Haul. It was good, but it's old
Wow.
school. I'm really getting off topic now, though. I do recommend Princess Bride. I think you'll enjoy it. It's
Yes.
just remember though, there's moments you see them do stuff and you're like, really? And they even look right at the camera and go, really?
Inconceivable.
I do hope you all like took a moment to like actually watch the GIF because that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. Yeah, just wham.
I can't. It's not loading on.
Click,
Um,
What's
click on the
the
link. Yeah,
the
like,
links,
that's
the
why I
GIF,
posted the link.
the image is still in the
Yeah,
boundary.
the image is still.
Keeps- it keeps popping out whenever I click on it. Oh wait. Oh, I see what you mean. It's in Discord. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
see.
posted. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Betcha. I could do that.
I don't galaxy
Nope, didn't work.
brain computers like you guys do. So
I'm also very bad at explaining myself. I've noticed sometimes.
I feel like we're all like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially when you have a computer screen in front of you instead of actually talking to people in person.
Yes. Yeah, there's definitely a disconnect there that happens.
Yeah, it also doesn't help. Like I have like 3 monitors, so like I see when someone posts in the Discord right away because it's just one of my screens. It's always up.
I'm just shuffling between tabs constantly.
Yeah.
So in terms of going downwards, having seen that, Isaac is not particularly confident in his athletic abilities with his -1 to athletics.
Jump into the
So
arms. It'll
what
be
he's
fine.
gonna do, first is he's going to use his
Hands are full.
staff, and he's going to telekinesis. He's going to use that to take copy Isaac and just gently bring him down. And then he's thinking about it. He's thinking about that jump, but he's feeling real nervous.
You got this. Jump into the awaiting arms. It'll be fine.
Who's awaiting arms? Is it? Flex's
you-
hands are full.
It's still not put
Oh,
Alex down.
I assumed you would have just put Alex down. I didn't realize you were just holding him.
Why?
I'm
This
holding
is extremely comfortable.
Alright.
He's my best friend. Why would I put him down?
Seeing that,
he feels safe.
I think that Isaac's just going to make this easy on himself. And Misty Step to the bottom of the stairs.
You're gonna Misty Step?
Yeah.
All right, roll me an Arcana
I'll catch
check.
you.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh
we
my
were
god.
warned.
Okay.
We were warned. Okay, but now
Okay,
we get
can
to
I-
find out. Now we get to find out
Yeah.
what happens.
Everybody's throwing their
Can I-
hands forward.
I
Isaac,
feel
no!
like I feel like Isaac. Okay, I feel like Isaac would remember that kind of thing. Do I have to? Can I take that back, or do I have to go through with this? Because I feel like I'm just blowing up my character to avoid stairs now.
Isaac's like hopping over. He says, I'm a Misty Step. Poof. I forgot I can't teleport. I don't know, man. Rolling it back's a pretty hard thing to do at that point. Because you were like, yeah, I'm just going to step it. If you
Yeah.
forgot, why couldn't he?
Well, I mean,
Well, because Isaac's
it's-
significantly smarter than I am as a human being, and it's a difficult thing to roleplay that.
well, if anything happens to you, we'll
Okay.
we'll heal.
Roll
We'll
a new character. All right. Okay. I guess let's. So what do I do now?
You're going to have to do an
Arcana check.
Arcana check as you're flying through.
Okay. Okay. Arcana is gonna be. Roll. 21.
21. All right. 30 feet away on that. Sounds good. So you're able to hold on as the magic flies wildly out of control. Let me just see here.
I don't even know I have the spell memorized anymore. Thinking about that, seems like a waste of a preparation.
It could be worse. You could have used a feat to get it.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got the. Was it like the Fey one?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He's going somewhere. We don't know where.
There's a large blurring as Kieran's character attempts to Misty Step, and you see him flicker as he appears everywhere and nowhere as he just disappears from sight.
Did he appear? Oh no.
Kieran, you reappear in the dungeon. You're not sure where you are.
Great.
Silence surrounds your character. You
Yeah.
see nothing but ice and hallways around you.
Mm.
Flux will be like, Isaac,
I hear her?
Isaac.
Give a perception check.
All right. Perception.
I mean, it's always possible you roll a 1, right? You can definitely hear the sounds of your allies coming from around the corner.
Okay.
And by the way, the Arcana pass, that was your character controlling a landing destination out of chaos, because there was one immediate fear that would have been driven through your wizard's mind as the Misty Steps destination was completely lost to you. Only thing you're hoping as you're trying to hold on with that Arcana is please, by all the gods above in the 9 planes or whatever the hell, don't let me land in a wall. But with your high Arcana check, it seems you've saved your ass.
So I'm going to use stealth here, if that's, if you want me to roll for that. Can I approach the corner and look around the corner?
Oh yeah, you'll have to do a stealth check, of course, if you're sneaky.
Yeah, just in case, because I don't know if there's any, other creatures around here. So I'll roll a stealth check.
Meanwhile, the other Isaac goes, oh shit, as he looks at the allies like, oh, nuts, this could be bad. I'm still alive, so that's good, right?
So I've got a 15. Do you mind if I peek around this corner?
Oh yeah, by all means. You can make your way along
Okay.
as you see the pathways turning and twisting in more ways as you go. Now that
I'm just
represents
following-
a full run of action essentially for your character, the movement and etc. So while you're doing
Okay.
that, what's the rest of the team doing?
It's calling for Isaac. Isaac, you okay, man?
You can
I'm
hear
just-
them where you're
like
at
it-
hollering, as mentioned. It's still coming from
Yeah.
I got a healing potion with your name on it if you're still in one piece.
Isaac would continue to follow that sound, and it sounds like it's pretty close at this point.
It's probably
Yo,
after about
Isaac's
a minute
dead.
or two.
Yeah.
Flux
So do you
just
mind if
standing
I-
there. He's dead.
Yeah.
He's gone. After about
Yeah.
2-3
She
minutes
starts,
worth.
she starts stacking rocks for a makeshift grave.
Can
Lulu's
Nimbar make
helping.
an Arcana check to see if he can figure out what happened where he was everywhere and nowhere at once?
By all means. Meanwhile, Lulu's getting some sticks and twigs together from the fire pit from the last area. Like, well, these will make a good marker for that poor man. Oh, he went poof. I saw it. Nimbar.
Is Nimbar Copy allowed to make a check as well?
Well, a 24 is enough for you to realize that what happened was the destination was lost when the spell was cast. So you have no idea where it could have sent him. It could be, as your character might even say, he could be stuck in a wall.
So,
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it's probably somewhere around that point, Kieran's character would just peering his eyes around a corner at everybody. Hello?
oh, hi.
Which
So,
would get you tackled by Lulu. She goes, oh my god, he's not dead! Looks at Flux. You owe me a bet for sure. Haha, I told you he was alive. Nodding enthusiastically, even though she's lying.
I'll pat
Lulu,
Lulu.
I owe you my life.
I'll pat Lulu on the head. Like,
I'll like awkwardly kick the rocks over that I was stacking in his memory.
The real Nimbar will go over and like bang him on the head with his staff. When someone tells you that teleportation will not work properly, why would you go and do it?
it's it's just a reflex at this point. I'm so used to being able to do it. The moment I cast it, I realized, but by that point, I couldn't bring the spell back.
Nimbar is going to go into full teacher mode and start scolding.
Oh yeah. You would really not like. You would not get the impression that like Nimbar is like the shorter guy here, like looking up at Isaac, because Isaac's shrinking down so much from the scolding that like.
Oh.
Has Alec been put down? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would have put you down when Isaac disappeared.
Oh, he just looks a bit dejected.
I managed to stabilize the spell and ended up down the hallway, but I definitely second worst experience I've ever had with teleporting. The first obviously being when I tried to plane shift back to the material plane when I was trapped a little while ago where you found me. That was a bad time.
Nimbar will start scolding him even more. So you've already experienced one mess up, and then you're told that it's going to happen, and you do it again. What is wrong with you?
Well, that was the barrier on the plane of Avernus rather than.
Yes. So it was
I
a
will
different
say,
barrier,
though,
but we knew there was a barrier.
As Nimbar is
That's
laying in,
pissed.
Lulu's gonna take a moment and put one of her strong legs on his shoulder to get his attention. She can actually reach, right? She's small and he's small. She's gonna shake her head at you and say, oh, you know what, I'm hearing you talk, I'm hearing you complain, but it's like, everything you're making on him for right now is the shit we've been telling wizards for years to leave alone. We tell you, don't do that, and you do it anyway. You're like cats, we can't help it. Oh my word, just let him go. We just be happy he's alive. Lulu's valid point. You're telling a wizard not to do something? Are you nuts?
I mean, Isaac's whole career has been being told not to do stuff and doing it anyway, so...
Well, Isaac has discovered what happens when you teleport on this plane. It would appear, due to the magics and the nature of it, the destination is lost, and you risk teleporting into you could only know what. Given that, if you look at the map, technically the ground underneath you is all ice, there is a 50% chance you could have been buried in ice. Teleport inside of it. And I mean, your Arcana check is the only thing that saved you, but what I will tell you, you know that 21 was close enough to be close enough that you didn't like it.
Yeah, I would definitely not try that again.
It might have been a chronal shift of some form. It's like, I didn't jump, I burned that feature or something. I don't think it's quite that powerful, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Like even that besides, I was, even though I was able to stabilize it, I wasn't exactly able to pick my destination either. I was only able to find the first the first safe spot. So that's definitely something to be wary of.
It's funny because you cast Misty Step, but you missed your step.
Flux will high five him.
Well, I do know that the brief jaunt down the hallway is clear. It's only, about ruler feet long. Let's see. I was only about, say, 35, 40 feet away from here, so.
Well, we could,
Lulu's getting her wings flapping, ready to tug Flux along.
Gate, glide, scramble our way over.
Yeah, apparently, I'm just dragging Alec with me. Sorry.
You've just made yourself an enemy for life.
Oh, jeez.
You're very contentious people, aren't you? Oh.
Nice picking up on the reference.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the best reference.
My old job was just, like, half of that job was Simpsons references. Because everybody at the office, for some, I guess it's because some people did it and then other people did it, but it was like every day there was more than one Simpsons reference being like thrown around the office to like during discussions. So it was just constant.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
So
you have a choice of which direction to take, as you can see. Should you consider in this direction or go this way?
So I appeared and I'll point over here.
Right, okay, that answers my question. I was going to say, we don't know that statue's there, that's just...
Yeah, we see a little bit of Foundry revealing something there, but...
Pokery.
Yeah, we do not know that's there. Just know that there's a hallway and it turns there, basically, so... Because I would have seen up to this.
You see shadows of something beyond the ice. Frigate, if Foundry's going to screw me over.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe it's because my map is just too big, but that's a little ridiculous because even as big as this map is, it's not really that big as far as it's concerned. I suppose I could have quartered it, but whatever.
Yeah, it is big enough that it was giving big canvas complaints. So
yeah, Nimbar just sent the manifest mine around so that maybe they get a description of the shadows.
More areas to be seen, more places to go, 2 paths to take, one that seems to wrap around.
He'll explain what he saw to the others, of course, including the statue, because I did have him go down.
What appears to be a rather ornate design of a pillar, mostly frozen under the ice, though coming up to the top it sits with golden filigree and other design around it. This one not designed for support, but strictly ornamental purposes by the appearance of it. And of course, Not Nimbar can also see from the shadows that, wowza, that goes on forever. Oh, look, a door. Far in the distance up this way, Not Nimbar was able to just see the essence.
Far is in the distance?
So I will explain to everyone what he saw, so that way we get the layout of the map again. As well as I did have him kind of like peer down this hall and look at the statue there. So we have a fairly good idea of what's going on.
And the Schwinga, meanwhile, is just chilling out still on Isaac's shoulder.
I'll give him a little pet. Hope he wasn't scared by all that.
You're not even sure where he went when you teleported. You just noticed he's suddenly back, as if the DM forgot about his existence for a while, but decided to remind you all.
No, couldn't possibly be though.
As a friendly reminder, you can always ask the Schwinga which way to the exit, and it'll point you in a direction. But you only can do that so many times before it's obviously going to leave. It's hanging out with you all now out of the sheer interest that it likes humans, and they're fun. But...
well, we can explore a bit.
Which way's the exit? He points one way. Let's go the other way. Schwinga looks confused but follows along.
But yeah, so
the wait, just to miss that, the Schwinga didn't tell us where to go this time.
No, not yet. We have not asked it.
Yeah.
For some reason, my gut says right, but I have absolutely no explanation or inclination for that.
Mm.
Just
I'm fine with right.
Yeah, we can check out right.
Seems like the right way to go.
There it is.
I'm half South English. I obviously tend to swing a little bit more to the right.
Yeah. So Nimber. Oh my god. Nimber.
You right there, John?
Sorry, it's just the tokens being dumb. Nimber's going to send not Nimber here first to see what was in the little oak cove.
It
Seems like a
appears
bad
to be
set.
a solid statue of a gargoyle with yellow gemstones set in its eyes.
Oh god.
Can I? No, I'm a smith. I'm not a jeweler. Never mind. I was gonna say, would I recognize the type of jewels?
I don't think Nimbar could convey it with enough details, or even if you.
Oh, that's right. We're not there yet. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, Nimbar's like just having the mind scout ahead.
Yeah. Sorry.
And of course, at the end of the hall, there is a pathway leading further on that not Nimbar can see.
Also, Nimbar wants to look at this, see if there's anything here.
Unfortunately, that rolled up as a straight up dead end.
Okay.
But that's actually not a bad thing. I mean, you could get another mimic. Sorry, Courtney.
Alright. So, just. Alright, so that's what we see.
Wraps around to another set of stairs. That is indeed what you see.
Oh
That
god,
area.
stairs. My mortal enemy, stairs.
Gotta get you doing some morning exercises.
Lulu nods enthusiastically. 2 hour Acatio every day makes my life so much better and keeps my coat nice and golden shiny.
I mean, I've heard of one guy, right? Apparently, you can do anything you want as long as you do 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 squats, and a 10k run every day. And, like, you'll be sorted.
Lulu quickly glares at you. Don't you dare. No, you're too powerful. We made it so that doesn't work anymore. Friggin' one punch bull crap.
I do
Lulu
hope they
even
put out a
mutters,
season 3 of that.
That'll be fun. It was the animation shift up for 2, but Lulu will give
different,
a nod.
totally different studio, right? So
Cut some corners, did some things people didn't like, and it was a little strange here and there. But it was still awesome. One Punch Man is awesome. It's not supposed to be too serious. It's silly and fun. But Lulu, she'd be giving a nod like, right, if you don't do those, it's not even that much exercise. I don't understand how it makes you all so strong. It's not fair. I tried it. I go jogging. I do push-ups and sit-ups every day. It doesn't work. I try so bad.
honestly, I don't even blame them that much for that season. It's just the first studio, like the one that did season 1, set such an incredibly high bar that no matter what they did, like, they would have had to done a lot to be able to match it, right? And they, wasn't going to happen.
It's the little things. It's the mess-ups in animation that got them.
Yeah.
Poor
But it was a pretty typical, in my opinion, it was a pretty typical level of
Alec,
mess up.
just
right?
be careful, because I'm not certain that's not a real gargoyle.
As Alec creeps
Yeah, that's
forward down
why
the
I'm
hall, and
looking at
Nimbar
it.
gives that warning. Alec can't help but notice the further down this way he travels, the colder it gets. Because it has been quite a while since you felt the chill of the cold, even in your indestructibly cold-proof armor. You can feel the chill of the wind of the cold drifting from the end of this hallway.
Oh, you guys aren't going to like this. I don't particularly like it. It's getting colder.
Sorry, did you just say it's getting colder?
Yep.
But don't you not notice the cold?
That's, I'm immune to it. It's still aware of it. Like, I'm wearing my armor.
He
but,
says that.
I've had to go pee.
He says that, but you can see Alec slightly shivering. even though he himself has not noticed. And no, you're not getting passively damaged, don't worry. This isn't like when I got Bellamy that time.
So
That was
it
very
doesn't
obviously a good trap. I loved it.
You're saying you notice it getting colder, but it doesn't affect you?
Well, it doesn't hurt me. I don't know if it doesn't affect me.
Okay, because you're shivering right now. I hope you know that. Besides being beside a bonfire.
Huh. Well,
Sees character like
Fine.
folding
Oh.
his arms over his chest. I'm not cold.
don't know what you're talking about. I've never taken a jacket on a night out in Glasgow. What you accusing me of?
Oh. But indeed, your character can feel the cold increasing as you move forward, since you're the furthest on the map so far.
I'm just worried. For some strange reason. That can't be a good sign. Did we want to go try one of the other ways?
We can try left. If it's doing this to me, then
Well, what if it means that we're getting closer to the exit because we're not going to be sheltered as well anymore?
could be.
Very possible.
Yeah.
Can I give this gargoyle a once over?
Oh yeah.
Just don't poke it.
Beautifully carved big stone gargoyle, most of its body frozen underground, only the waist, wings, and head above. Almost brings it to eye level with you as you stare into the intricately designed face, mouth open and agape, ready to attack a target ahead of it. Though it appears no target waits for it, and as you glance, you're pretty certain that you cannot see an opening inside of where the throat would be, indicating solid stonework, but you know, the only real way to be totally certain would be sticking your hand in there.
We've not had any bad experiences with that yet.
Thumbs up from Nimbar, but only one.
Put my hand in.
Oh God!
Bellamy just walks over. Oh, what's going on? Clunk.
I was gonna say it speaks terror, not primordial. Never mind.
Bellamy just walks over, shoves a hand in its mouth, taps the bag. Oh no, it's solid. Nothing happens, nothing bad. Though I will say for Bellamy, as you move down this hallway, the first person to catch up with Alec, every 5-foot step that you take further forward, you feel it getting colder. And you can roll a survival check if you'd like.
Ooh.
Freaking rolls a 19
yeah.
on that one. Fluminox's words a moment prior that maybe they're leading towards the exit, and that's the cold coming in. One thing you can certainly confirm as you make a few more steps further forward in this area with that high survival check, it's already colder in here than outside at that point. And it gets colder for every 5 feet forward you move. And I'll assume your character doesn't go past about here. And so you can understand why not Nimbar didn't notice that one, right?
Not Nimbar, it's not.
He's not. Yeah, he's like, oh, it's something here. Perfect weather.
Yeah, guys, it's pretty cold. I don't think this is the exit of colder than outside. I think we should go a different way.
Alright, well, there's this door over here I'm curious about. Shall we go to the door?
2 seconds. I get one of the loose rocks that I picked up from Flux's handiwork,
Oh, yeah.
and I throw it at one of the gems.
It blinks an eye close, says, ow, man, that's not nut. No, it just bounces and ricochets off.
Poke one with the edge
We
of my
get
stick.
try and take that.
You're poking with a stick, and I'm sorry, Courtney, did you just say Bellamy takes one?
I was saying, are we gonna try and take that?
Oh. He's poking it with a stick while you're asking that. Nothing seems to be happening.
just thought maybe they might be magical in some capacity. I mean, I'd literally got so much gold. I've not spent my starting 10 gold since I joined this lot, so
That's lucky.
I'm not really too interested in just taking gems. I thought maybe they might be. Oh, do something cool.
Nothing seems to stand out, but they do look quite large.
I'll try and pry one off.
Alright, give me a sleight of hand check as you whip out a dagger.
Can I guide her?
Oh yeah.
Okie dokie.
Alex saying, hey,
Thanks.
don't scratch the goods, that's money. With a 19 total, you are able to pop the gem out from one side, no problem. You are now holding a flawless yellow tiger's eye opal with a smallest marbling dead center, so it truly looks like an eye. Valued at 5,000 gold.
Oh boy! Pop the other one out.
Oh, jeez.
Another sleight of hand check for that one.
Another round
Okay,
of
okay, okay,
guidance.
Oh, damn. Bellamy got a 20. So the first gem comes out, she's like, hot damn, just shoves the knife the other side, rips it out in half a second. Look at the price of these! Same design, same style. 5 grand for a perfect, majestic tiger's eye opal with the smallest white imperfection to look like a true eye in the center. And after you pop the second one down, you hear the stone slowly beginning to grind beneath you. And as you look, hanging on to the side of the head, you see the mouth has now closed.
Time to go! Time to go! Turn around and run.
And Bellamy's just out of there. And as you're going, give me an athletics save. Or an athletics
This
check,
is
rather.
the second statue we've seen whose mouth has moved.
Was it the third? Wasn't it?
Bellamy basically skates on the
Oh, the
ice.
third.
Her feet go out from under her, but she doesn't even slow down. Just keeps going without a failure.
I also got my second sadness chan for that 25 sleight of hand, and it says don't count on ever doing that again. Joke's on you, sadness chan.
So you got
Do
no...
I
I do
also
that
have to
every
do a
game.
check since I'm nearby?
Sorry, what was that?
Oh no, we're over here.
So, like, where my icon is not actually where I am. I didn't fall asleep this time, I just don't know where we're at.
No worries, I'll pull you onto the map. It's safe to go through here. And I'll update your
I
screen
lost
by going
myself
this way.
too.
I'll bring you over.
Using theater of the mind.
I
It's-
think we all lost ourselves during the pandemic.
Oh shit, Jillian.
Joke on
so
you.
true.
I didn't know where
That's
I was
deep.
beforehand.
That's deep.
I'm not crying. You talk.
So does the statue do anything else, or
Nope.
just the mouth closed?
Bellamy slowly peering back around the corner at the statue like nothing's happening. Just the mouth closed, that's all. I get to do the creeping. First was Isaac, now it's Bellamy, like, huh?
Interesting.
This is the
So-
third statue that has closed its mouth on us.
Yeah.
Poor Kieran, last
first
time one of
it
his
was-
characters got teleported, it didn't end well, so I can understand his apprehension today when he's like, wait, no, can I take it back? And I'm like, mm-mm.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I had it. I'm like, oh god! Like the moment I said, I'm like, oh, like
I tried to give you a note.
occur to me. Yeah,
Yep.
it did not occur to me. Like it's been a little while, and my brain it just wasn't there. Right? Like
Meanwhile, DM's like, oh, you only picked Misty Step. This isn't going to be bad at all. Of course I'm triggering it. If you've done, like, mass teleport, could you imagine how poorly that could have gone?
mm-hmm.
But it was...
Kira, don't take that away from him.
that. So I will say as well for Jillian and for Bellamy, while you've both come close to the statue now and you further walk down this, it is freezing cold. Even for our blue dragon, even though blue dragons have nothing to do with the ice and cold. Even for the blue dragon standing there, you're like, damn, this is cold.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Is
getting
she turning
worse.
a little blue?
Purple, in fact. That's how cold it is. Actually, a little bit of purple shading at the base of the blue would probably look epic as hell. It's like level 20 Flux all of a sudden. She's put in the DLC, got the extra add-on for her character for the coloration.
She's just like a Dragon Ball Z character. The more powerful they get, the more the colors change.
Goes pure metallic, just switches to gold, says forget it all, I kick all your asses. Okay, I've had my
I'm
fun.
still a blue dragon, but I look gold.
She's gonna lightning the DM soon. Oh, but that's about all that you see so far with the statue. Nothing else happens once the eyes are removed. Its mouth just opens and closed casually with no further effect.
So
You think there's something to this mouth
Weird.
business? Because we know that this level of hell inspires greed, like avarice. I think there's something to, like, treasures being put in mouths, taking treasures, closes mouths. Should we be taking them?
Mm.
Suddenly the dungeon master actively takes notes.
Yeah. What is it?
Oh, shit, you didn't think of that yet, Dean.
There's a what is it? It's exactly the kind of DMing style of where is it? I had a link to it on another server.
you hear wolves howling in the background. My players. Oh, what phrase of the moon? DM. Oh, I see where you're going. Yeah, it's a full moon. Flipping over to werewolves.
What is it? But it's well on kind of ish on that topic. It's exactly this style of DMing.
Yeah.
It's like, it is now. Like
That's actually the magic words of a DM. You have to be ready to use those words in your head. Oh, it is now. When the players do something epic and they think of something genius that actually is better than your plan and fits perfectly, though, and the players are going to love it,
Yeah.
well, it is now. I've changed real modules on the fly. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you will remember Waterdeep. Did I tell you when one of my campaigns, I ended up having a wizard go on trial for the murder of about 20 citizens and a whole bunch of stuff? It was a big, epic day. All hell
Oh
breaks
boy.
loose.
What's
On trial.
Yeah, I
What's
wonder
that?
what it would be
I don't
like
know.
to put in trial in game.
And
Correct
they
me
were
if I'm
found
wrong.
guilty.
Didn't you say they were found guilty? Were tried to find, and then he became. Oh, people are just worth money.
Kind of, yeah.
There
That's
is a-
exactly what happened.
yeah.
They were just
But there-
charged. You didn't kill any
There
nobles, so it's
Definitely
just
don't
50
know
gold.
anything about being on trial in game.
there is a certain member of one of our groups. I won't name any names. That is perhaps
I
has a
will, it's
chaperone
Courtney.
now.
Look, okay, I fully stand by desecrating that temple and almost killing that priest.
See now, if I was playing my paladin with that team with you, Courtney, he'd give you a high five because he's a lawful evil orc.
Hey,
Good old anti-paladins.
Oh no, he's still full paladin. He's fairly lawful. He just fully believes that his strength is the best in the world.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
I suppose.
Self-centered. I am the best.
Yeah. It's interestingly, in Pathfinder, paladins are specifically, like in 2nd edition, paladins are specifically lawful good because they've changed the class, so it's called champion. And each one, like paladin, liberator, like tyrant, anti-paladin, they're all like for a different alignment combination, which is a neat way of doing it.
They did away with that in 5th. It used to be that way in the old versions of D&D. Oh, you're evil now. You're a blackguard. Congratulations. Like
Yes.
that stuff.
Oh yeah. You had the whole prestige class where you had to fall, and then you got like all the like the negative effects and stuff. I wish there was a better way to make like a blackguard or an anti-paladin in 5e, because I'm not really satisfied with the options that we have.
They had a variant, Oathbreaker. I think they said it was in the DMG, but I don't know if it's an official source or not.
They have Oathbreaker, but like in my opinion, one, Oathbreaker's not my favorite subclass personally, and two, it doesn't go to the lengths I think it needs to make like a proper Blackguard character. But you know, that's also more of a niche situation too. Anyways, as a character, so yeah.
So what's the plan, everyone? You've got a hallway that's turning colder by the minute, or the way Nimbar's going.
I say the way Nimbar's going.
Back for the door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going the Nimbar way, I think.
Yeah, I think we're all a little concerned about the survivability of the.
Personally, when I'm in that situation, I try the Weembo. You guys know that one, right?
Nope.
You don't know the Weembo way?
I could tell where it was going.
Yeah, no,
You're welcome.
I could not. I didn't want to break the silence.
I felt like my stomach like drop when it hit in just before Alan like got like the second part to that. I'm like, oh no.
I was just squealing, waiting for someone to trigger it. I was like, it's happening.
You and me both.
It's always gonna be me.
Love
It's always gonna be me.
Oh, that's the best part. It's always good to have someone who'll do that, Jillian. That's the awesome. I give you another point of inspiration, but I already gave one today.
Yep, that's all right. I am actually a very gullible person, so please don't use that against me in the future.
I only use it against people in D&D, but that's half the point. You gotta trick players sometimes, so long as you're not like an asshole about it. It's not gonna be like, oh, here's your character's magical weapon. Surprise, the hilt's broken. You can't use it. No, that's not nice.
Yeah.
Or, oh, what's behind this door? The final boss. Game over. Oh. Well, not Nimbar has creeped his way on, as we can see. I'll save Bellamy, I'll save you the step there, and I'll bring, or Flux, I'll save you the step, and I'll bring you up near where they are.
Thank you. I'm still awake, just heads up.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yep.
I usually do the
Just-
same
I can
for
hear the
Bellamy,
music.
too, because... Oops.
I can hear
You can hear
the violin.
like the fiddle? Ooh,
Yeah.
I can't. That's pretty cool.
I can hear it just very faintly.
I'll move myself a little along. We also have our light sword there.
I'm gonna hurry along.
Oh, jeez.
I'm very excited now. Oops.
Don't hurry too quickly.
Yeah.
Be careful.
I have been working on that monster I mentioned, by the way. I still like the idea of the spider that fiddles using its webs to lure adventurers into its nest.
I
I'll
love the
tip my hat to you
spider.
on that one, Courtney. You were at the very edge of the audio. Like, you can almost not hear it at that point, and you picked it up.
I have
Well-
supersonic ears.
I was just gonna say she's also a young person, so they can hear higher pitches than we can.
That's fair.
Am I the only one under 30?
Maybe.
No,
Just,
I'm
How old are you,
29.
Dean?
Oh,
29.
Oh, 29.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll be 28 in September, so I'm not that much of a baby.
No. Yeah, no.
I turned 30 in April.
I turned 30. Oh, is it? I turned 31 in July. So I'm actually
Okay.
coming up on 31 now, and it's terrifying.
Yeah, I'm turning
I
35
turned
this
30
year.
in 2000. I turned 30 in 2019, so you guys.
So you're 29?
Well, let's my Opa.
They're 29 for a while.
I did the
You're
math,
just level
Julian.
2 29.
Doing 2019 for the birthday with the year and the information you're giving. Yep, you're 29. I got it.
So my Opa, he what's it called? What he did was when he got old enough, he started celebrating his birthday going backwards. So I remember celebrating his 16th birthday with him. It was quite
fun.
the occasion. Yeah, no, that was it was always very fun. That was a nice way of, you know what I mean, of treating it.
Can I press my ear against this door and see if the music is coming from inside?
Certainly. You can hear the music permeating through there, but you don't think it's from there. The sound isn't strong enough.
Okay.
Such a catchy little, like...
I know.
To be fair,
It's so groovy.
To be fair, I don't think my sound is working at all. So.
Oh.
That's no
Aw.
problem.
Yeah, it's alright. I'm not too.
And as
But
Nimbar continued on, he found what looked like a small, frozen basin of water sitting underneath the ice, and a hallway that leads on once again wrapping around to what is most likely a dead end, judging by the construction of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Do you want to try and open the door?
Yeah. We can definitely do that.
Okay. I'll check it for traps.
Alrighty, so you go ahead, give me a sleight of hand check on that one. Or, sorry, a perception check or an investigation check on that one.
Ooh, okay. I'll do perception because I'm better at that.
With the 22, you can tell the door is not only not trapped, it's not locked.
Oh, great. I'll put the door open.
And as you open the door, you can click on it, it'll open right up for you. You see
Oh,
a treasure chest.
Oh, God.
treasure.
Melanie, what have we learned?
remember
Okay.
about greed and hell. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Right.
That does
So
look
I'll
pretty
use
similar
my
to
mage
last-
hand.
If
There's a door behind that too.
he starts casting Mage Hand, Nimbar will cast Mage Hand and high five for Mage Hand.
Oh, jeez.
Yes. Mage hand high five.
Start playing rock, paper, scissors, and all that stuff. Cat's cradle.
Boulder parchment shears.
Yes.
Let's just make a bunch of Mage Hands. Nimbar's copy also makes Mage Hand, so we have 3 hands.
Oh, tight.
Oh,
One with
jeez.
mage hand. Get your mage hands.
Alright, well, clone me can't make one because I don't have that cantrip on file at the moment for him, but I'll use the staff, I'll make a mage hand. I'll just add
Yes.
another mage hand to the collection.
Alright, so you see
We all
5
just do
mage
jazz
hands
hands
floating.
together.
No, only 4.
No, 5.
What?
What? Lulu?
Where's the fifth one?
Lulu blinks a few times. That's not me.
I hold her close so that she's safe.
Sword?
Oh, you think that was me? No, I don't have magic that can affect like that. I just kill things, and I'm not in a very good mood right now. I am very
Well, that-
disappointed in all of you. So very disappointed.
Kaz, I don't care what you think, Kaz. Goodbye.
You could have just drawn me out and killed the flamey thing. It was
Oh my
right
god.
there. No.
I shoved some ice. I shoved some ice in the bag to try to get him to shut up.
Are you telling him to cool off?
I just wanted to
Yeah.
kill things. Not cool.
Oh my god, I regret everything.
Yeah, well, don't touch that
but-
other treasure chest. It's also a mimic. You should be able to tell. I can hear it thinking.
Oh.
It's annoying. Just kill it. Stab me into it. Let me destroy it. It's waiting to jump you. I want to kill it. Let me kill it.
Will you shut up if I take you out and kill it?
Okay.
But
Fine.
what if it's not an actual mimic?
Who can we all hear this? Or is this just between Flux and the sword?
Oh, it's going to everybody. The sword presently is not aligned to anyone, so it'd be tricky for it to have a singular conversation. It's
Okay.
broadening its voice out with its telepathic
Can I
link.
can I insight check the sword?
Oh, yeah, by all means.
Can I do a perception check to see if I see anything that would have made mage hand?
Sorry, that would have made what now?
would have made the extra mage hand.
Oh yeah, that is an issue, isn't it?
By all means, because there's 5 of them still floating there. And with a 23 on your insight check, Alec, it's wearing its heart on its sleeve. It's so offended that you killed something without using it.
Aww.
But is it
Poor
being serious
evil
about this one
Lord.
being a mimic? Was I think what he wanted to check.
And Bellamy, with your perception check as you watch, the hand just continues to float there with the other 4. You can't seem to see where it would have come from or what would have cast it.
Okay, well, okay, guys, okay. So, mage hand is within 30 feet. So, there's something within 30 feet of us. Hey, whoever's making that extra mage hand, can you come over?
And you do not hear
Hang
a
out with us?
response. Nothing happens. The hands continue to float.
Is the
Aw.
Schwinga sitting there giggling to itself?
Oh.
As you look over towards the little Schwinga, wondering, does it have innate spellcasting capacity? Well, yes, they do.
You tricky little bastard.
But was it him? As you peer down at the Schwinga, it looks up towards you and blinks a few times.
Is that you? Did you make this hand?
As you point towards the hand and back to... He looks up towards it, looks back towards you, looks up towards it again, looks back towards you, and shakes his head.
Oh.
And he points at you and points at the hand and points at you and sort of holds his hands up like, what? You seem to have confused the Schwinga.
Oh.
Meanwhile, I'll have drawn Kaz and stabbed the mimic.
What we hope
I'm just
is a
gonna-
mimic.
Put your character over to there. As you draw out the sword of Kaz, pick one of your weapons that you are attuned to or items that you're attuned to. Or you can go without attuning to him.
I don't want to attune to him.
As you draw him out, he's like, yes, we will slay the... Oh my god, you're not... Fine, just swing me like a goddamn baseball bat. Barbarian.
That's what I'm gonna do. Have fun.
Oh boy.
As you raise up the sword and you take a swing, the treasure chest, of course, immediately responds, turning into a mimic and screeching as you bring out your weapon. So, of course, everybody roll for initiative on that one.
Oh yeah.
Should I roll my attack before we get into initiative, or you want me to do initiative first?
Oh no, you would have had to ace a stealth check on him.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
And
trying to do that, so.
You'll probably go before it because, I mean, come on, it's a mimic. It got a 5. You'll probably swing before it gets to.
Oh, it says I cannot add my initiative to the tracker. Did it come up on the thing?
Lulu rolled a 1 on initiative and got a powerful blow. At least they're nice. I'm looking to see if yours shows up there.
That's the worst I've done on initiative in a long time.
It said I can't. For the second time, it said I can't do it. Clicked on Flux even. I'll just roll from the app. It's fine. Yeah, well, it's fine. Foundry might be having a little hissy fit because it's not playing music either.
You should be getting in the background just the noise of the dungeon. Plus, of course, the violin whenever you click on
Yeah.
your token, but...
Yeah, I don't hear anything. I'm gonna refresh really quick because I don't think that Foundry's responding because I just tried to click on Flex's character sheet and it won't let me do that either.
Alrighty, we'll give that a minute.
The DC.
I turned off the VFX of, like, clouds and stars to make it run smooth for everyone.
Well, it doesn't. I haven't had any issues up until now, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's just had enough. Close my other tab.
Oh, Alan, and
Yeah.
this is probably a question that, like, you know, I don't know if this is a question you could just answer quickly or so. Like, how are you making? You have like these really nice light sources in Foundry. I was wondering what you use to make them.
No, that's just the default. If you click on the light bulb, you'll have your options that come up. So if I set one up, for example, as right over here on the left, I click and drag and it makes a light source. If I double click the light bulb, they have light animations now, a whole bunch of things. And I use those for more than just light. Like if I want to put fog on a scene, but only in a specific area, I'll set it to a gray and I'll put it as a pulsating sort of thing. So,
I don't know, weird. I guess I just have to play with the settings more. It's just when I've made light sources, I find that mine don't look as like nice as the ones you've put together.
let me see if I can get a good screening of it, because basically all I do is mess around with these settings. If I can get an alt print screen of that, of a fresh... Yeah, there we go. That's about what you're looking at whenever you pull up the light, ambient light interaction menu. I pick one of those from the drop down on the light animation type, and then adjust its speed and intensity and color and a lot of it until I get it the way I like. It's a bit of fiddling, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah. All right, I guess I gotta just experiment more. I've been doing some mapping recently, like making maps and then putting them into Foundry and putting stuff on them. So.
And don't forget, there's also a new foreground layer, like roofs. When you go under it, it disappears.
Yeah.
Very handy stuff. Nothing I've incorporated here, but I will in future shortly.
Yeah. Foundry's so cool. I really like it. It's
Lots of little pieces.
So, I don't know if you saw that, but it's working now.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
had to
nice.
refresh.
You've got a 6, so you go directly before the large mimic, and then it's turned perfectly. That kind of works great. As
I
Flux,
don't think it's going to be alive by the time I get to it.
well, here's the thing.
Ass is going to be pissed.
You literally went, F it, and grabbed the sword and swung. The question is, how many other players would be like, wait, what? We're attacking now? Because you jumped it quickly. So, as we go through the initiative order of everybody else, Bellamy, give me a perception check. You're first up.
yeah.
This will determine whether or not you are
Okey-dokey.
surprised. Bellamy's like, what? Flux is swinging, and she's already got a hand on a weapon. So, you can take action on this turn. You are not under the surprise effect.
Okay.
Like, you're seeing her
Flux
draw the
has
sword
this.
out from the bag, saying, fine, I'll use you, you stupid sword.
Yeah, Flux has this. I'm not too worried. I'm just gonna look down this hallway.
Long hallway that extends on a good considerable distance.
Okay. Nothing interesting.
Nothing stands out, just a regular old hallway. There isn't anything on that one actually
Okay.
for a little bit. In fact, you can
Okay.
hear silence down it from the way you come, as you hear Flux getting ready to kill.
Okay, I'm gonna walk randomly my 30 feet. Just, square by square, seeing if I bump into anything invisible that could be making the mage hand. And that'll be my turn.
I was wondering what your aim was there, but that makes sense. That's I forgot about the other mage hand thing.
5, 30. So that would have been my course.
Nothing gets in your character's way. You can't seem to find anything that would be causing the source of that magic.
Okay. That's my turn.
Oh, right, I should hit the begin combat button. That helps. And Alec, you are up.
Okie dokie.
Perception check.
Perception check. Right.
It's like Senzu Bean.
that was
Prim
a
would
good
make a great
YouTube
GM.
series.
Oh yeah, your character can act with a 17 on the base dice roll, for God's sakes. I love those digital dice. So pretty.
Okay, I have a question about my imp. He's on me just now, so do I move both tokens or leave him?
Oh, you can carry him along. For the
Okay,
familiars,
right.
I let that one go.
Okay, I wasn't sure how, because I don't think I've ever had him on me in combat before, so I would have moved diagonally there. I'd find it easier to use the keys for Foundry. Sometimes my mouse is a bit
I usually
unhappy.
use keys for short movements, mouse when I gotta throw across the map. But if I do that, then you see too much of the map.
Yeah.
Pardon me. So I do like I did earlier. I deleted Isaac off and I had to put him back on the map. Otherwise, I risked showing too much.
Yeah.
So I will say,
Alrighty.
as you're going by, Kamashag's going to yell towards Bellamy, "Hey, I can't see nothing." with his ability to see basic invisibility, right?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
He just gives you that quick heads up. I don't know what you're looking for, but I can't see nothing in here. Just the mimic.
Interesting.
Okay.
Thanks for the heads up.
As he's going around the corner, he's like leaning back to give you a thumbs up.
I will use. This is exciting. I will use my first ever.
I could hear like the thing underlying the battle music. They could hear the dun 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 dun. Like
I don't even hear battle music. All I hear is the violin.
I will.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty
gain
loud at this
bolt it.
point.
I'll end my turn there. I don't have any. I don't want to use any bonus actions just now.
Alrighty. And anything
So I
for
guess-
Kamshag on his turn?
He'll just turn invisible, hide on me.
Awesome, and I'll pop it forward since it's not the standard token for that one. Save you the step. Unless there's anything else. Isaac's up.
No, I don't want to use any bonus actions just now.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna need a perception check from Isaac.
yeah. All right. Let's throw my perception. Let's see how this goes. Make sure I'm selected properly. Here we go. Perception is. Boom.
How do I make... How do I apply stuff, damage to things?
17.
I wouldn't
Right-click on
reliably doing it right now. It hasn't been working well for me.
Right.
I just double click
Yeah,
and
you
change.
used to be able to right click.
It used to be right click
Right.
apply damage, but for some reason it's like quadrupling it for me.
Okay.
And with a 17, Isaac is able to act on this turn.
Okay.
I'll just leave that damage to you then, Alan. I don't want to mess up your token.
I think I'm gonna stick with what's been reliable so far. I'm gonna cast a firebolt on it. So
So that you'll have advantage on that because of the guiding bolt.
nice. Oh. Boom.
Just so you know, if Kaz doesn't strike, he might attack you guys. Fun stuff.
Alright, so I rolled 24 damage, 28, 20 to a hit, 24 damage if it hits.
Alright, that is a hit, and for 24 points of damage.
Hmm.
And the large mimic is still standing.
Alright, I'm gonna just reposition a little bit over to here, just to make a bit better space, and that'll be my turn.
Just what I'm gonna do while I have battle music playing. I'm gonna see if I can put this down to nothing.
So we don't have the two songs overlaying each other.
That should work.
Yeah.
Sorry, Courtney.
Bomb.
Womp womp.
I'll turn it right back on after combat.
Isaac, you said you're done?
Yeah, oh, sorry, I thought I had hit the button, but I guess I didn't. There we go.
Alrighty. Nimbar's turn.
Going to move here, and I'm going to hold my action to Toll the Dead if Flux doesn't kill him.
Alrighty. You precast the spell and get it ready.
Yep.
And copy Isaac's turn.
Copy Isaac's turn. He has to roll perception too.
Yep.
That'll be.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. Did we roll that for Nimbar? Yeah, we
Yes.
did. He's got a 17. What am I doing? Yep, you're good.
Okay. Copy Isaac is gonna be like, let's do exactly what we just did, but again. Can I attack from here on this corner?
So long as you have line of sight to the enemy. Yep.
Alright. That'll be a firebolt as well. Normal. Oh wait, let's not roll through that because that'll have a whole bonus. Sorry. 20. 11. 25 to hit. And
Yep, that's a hit.
presuming that's still a hit, that'll be 4d10 damage. 34 points of fire damage to it.
All right. And it is still alive.
Alright, and that will be Clone Isaac's turn.
Copy Nimbar's turn. And he is actually surprised. Look at that. One person failed. It was bound to happen eventually. Everybody rolling 17 on it, back after back after back. Flux's turn, as she readies and levies the legendary Blade of Cause, which you can feel the anticipation of this sword as you're drawing it up and raising it. The excitement and the bloodlust in it are extreme.
Oh, it just did damage. Didn't roll the d20.
The Sword of Cause assumes it's just going to land this shot in your hands.
Just 1 second.
I think it rolls the same as most of your other stuff. You got your proficiency and a +3 on it, so.
Yeah. I just rolled from my inventory instead of my actions.
Okay.
So you can apply the damage.
That's a hit with a 29. And in one shot, as you swing down with the mighty blade, it cleaves from the top corner to the bottom edge of the mimic, cleanly cutting it in half. You have never felt a blade so effectively crafted for killing before. It leaves nothing of the enemy behind, utterly obliterating it. And you just feel such relief from it as the sword sighs contently, like, thousands of years without so much as a kill. The blade pulsates as red runes across its front and back illuminate. The very edge of the sword shimmers in a similar sinister red.
Well,
That's it though. Combat's over.
that sword seems excitable.
I'll try to put it away and see what happens.
What? Well, you remember I'm here next time something shows up. You have no trouble putting the blade back away. You notice the runes and the blood edge already beginning to fade as you're putting the sword away. Doesn't seem any effects on you or any changes at all, but the sword seems somewhat content to having killed something.
Okay.
Definitely not something up to the challenge that I would expect of your lot, but I am sure that is yet to come. Before you stands the corpse and a door, and to the side is another pathway, and this way is a somewhat undiscovered pathway, which just loops around as we saw. However, it's almost 2 o'clock on the nose, so we're just about out of time, unless the party had a definite decision in the way they wanted to go and wanted to pop a door open or anything like that.
Well, I think we need to retrieve Bellamy. I don't know how much further
Oh god, yeah.
she would have gotten down the corridor.
I wouldn't have ventured like away from like definitely. I wouldn't have gone any
Oh, there's
further
the
than
railway.
like.
Had to turn it
Okay.
back on. Yeah, Bellamy hasn't ventured too
Yeah,
far.
I
A
wouldn't
couple
have gone
steps.
very far. Can I tell which way the violin gets louder? Like if I walk, this way, and then,
There's-
go back.
There actually
over,
should
like,
be a difference in what you're hearing. As you get closer to it on the map physically, it'll get louder or quieter for you. So by all means, you can play around a little bit with your token on the map.
Oh. I think it's coming from this way. Goodbye.
Bellamy chasing after the sound
My
that
God.
echoes
Oh.
through the halls.
Oh, the mush.
And a door lies before. The question is, are you opening it before next week?
Well, is Bellamy gone?
She's run around the corner, but there's not too far for her to go. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Alex started following her just to make sure she
Yeah. I feel like that.
Oh, I think it would be fun to open the door. Maybe I'm being reckless, but
Flux
We
pauses,
can.
rubbing her chin like, maybe I'll be the crazy one for once and do something crazy. I'm gonna give its door a shot. So you're gonna go have Flux open the door while everyone's exploring?
I mean, I'll ask. I won't do it without.
Nimber's gonna stay like right here, so you
Yeah.
can watch the door.
I'm not going to do it if I'm the only one in the party who wants to do that.
Oh, I want to open the door.
I would like to as well. Just
And for Bellamy finds another treasure chest.
Alec
Oh,
is
I'm
just
walking away.
doing a bit of the Big Brother act.
And I'm sure, as you can tell, Bellamy, the sound is very quiet from the violin where you are now.
I'm heading back. What's up, Alec?
Would you
Slips a high
find?
five on the way.
Another
Oh,
minute.
it's another chest, so I just left it.
Oh, you think it's a mimic?
Probably.
Did you throw a rock at it?
Oh. I'm chasing music. The music, man.
Fair enough. I throw a rock at the chest.
Oh god.
It bounces off the edge of the chest. Nothing seems to happen. But you know,
Ooh.
I think...
What's this?
it looks like a basin of water leading down. Though it's mostly frozen over up to the top. You know, like everything else in here. Beautifully designed as it was. Maybe somebody used it for laundry or drinking or cleaning. But now, frozen beneath the ice as it is beyond your grasp.
Don't see anything in the ice.
Nothing stands out, no. You can see coins in the water, mostly copper. You know, the old tradition of throwing it in a fountain of some form, but beyond that, nothing stands out.
Right.
I do have to go.
Yep. Yeah, we're spot on at 2
Alright.
o'clock, so... At this point, I'm gonna leave it go till next week. There's an open and closed door and a treasure chest. I'll let y'all think on what's gonna happen for next week.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Hey,
Okay.
good game, guys.
Good one,
See you later,
everyone.
everyone.
Guys,
Yeah, have yourselves a great week, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.